Hey, I think we live. We live. We up in here. What's going on? It's your boy SB. We up in here. I got the light low tonight. Just because, you feel me? Just because. Got the light low. Got the lights low, you digs. No specific reason, but just because. Just to try I need a different feel for the lives. Like I said, I was gonna try to move it into the living room for the lives, but I need a different internet cord. Actually, I don't. I can just do it wireless. Why did I think about that? Huh. I probably could have been doing that tonight, but it's all good. We up in here though. What up? What up? It's your boy ass day. As soon as I start, I'm already. I literally just felt heat on me right now. I'm like snaps. Already starting. You feel me? Already starting to feel the sweat. You feel me? But yeah, got the little lights low. You feel me? Hold on. Let me throw my little shades on real quick. Might as well throw the shades on. You feel me? I was up in here recording right now, feeling like a rapper. So let me throw my rapper shades on. Now, these ain't my rapper shades, but I'm going to just call them that. Listen. The shades on. So we got to get serious. Yo, it's hot outside. I'm feeling furious. Matter of fact, it's about 120. I feel delirious. Yo. Yeah. What it do though? Oh, let me click the little thing. What's good? Who we got in the building? Eddie, what up? Eddie, what up, though? Listen, I don't ever wear shades, so this is hilarious, but it's for the internet. Let's do it. Let's do it so I can feel like a rapper for a minute. I have been working on my project. I might show y'all the cover. I've had it for like months, but anyways, Eddie says it's been too long since I checked in. Former learning trainer Eddie, now outbound PA. Eddie, let's go, Eddie. Let's go, Eddie. The shades is for you tonight, Eddie. You feel me? The shades is for you, my guy. And because I was recording, had the studio going, so it's for you though. It's for Eddie. He made it to the operation side. He says, "I dare say, future air." What did I tell you, Eddie? I said you was gonna be an L6, man. I called that a while ago. So he says, future L4 area manager, made it through the first interview, getting my second next week. Wow. Eddie over here flying through the ranks. Shout out to Eddie, man. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. If you look at those prior videos where he was on here, I always like, bruh, you need to get on the operation side like immediately. You feel me? Immediately. Shout out to Eddie, man. I'm excited for him. Yo, twin, what up, though? What up, man? What's good with you? What's good with you? How you feeling? How you feeling over there? He said, good to see you, bro. I know, my dude. I've been not posting on this page, not even on my faith page. Whenever I get something new, like with the job, I'm in a new position right before peak. So it's just like, man, I really try to make sure that I have stuff down packed, and I know how to operate in that position, especially in something as serious before peak. So that, I kind of just pull back from everything, make sure I got work down and what I need to do on there, how I need to do it. Then I can go back to all the all the other stuff. Good to see you too, though, fam. Good to see you. More music about, yeah, you feel me? I had to throw the shades on. You feel me? He was up in here recording. I gotta feel like a rapper real quick. But yeah. I got some new songs. The cover's been done. So now it's just the only thing that was kind of delaying me was just the new stuff on the job. They put me on a new site. So like I was just saying, gotta make sure I have that down packed before trying to, what I mean? That's work. Work gotta handle business first, gotta take care of business first. So I pretty much I feel very comfortable at where they have me now. Um, so now it's like, all right, like when I'm in my learning phase, I kind of have to pull back from other things because my mind is always doing 10, not 10, probably like 5 things. This page, my other page, the SB social media, my faith-based social media, writing for SB, writing for my faith-based, living, you know what I mean? Living life. It's just, it's a whole lot. So when it comes to learning, I learn better when I am not doing 100 things at one time. So, and that's the thing with the corporate side, it sucks because you're always learning something new. Like you can't, well, at least me, they can't just keep me one place like everybody else do. They be in one place chilling, but they be like, all right, SB over here, you over here, but so, but that's just kind of with the territory. That's Amazon. Honestly, you always have to be, you feel me, willing to learn, switch, adjust like that. So, but it kind of sucks though. You feel me? That's the part I dislike about, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, so Yeah, music's coming soon. I've been saying that, but I've actually, like I'm saying, I've really been working on it. So, all right. Rapper shades. Hold on, let me spit a few more bars while I got the shades on before I take it off. Listen, we up in here. It's Thursday. You know what time it is. Yo, I rhyme for kids that minds are, I don't know. I'm looking at myself and this is hilarious. I don't wear glasses, so I'm like really embracing this moment. All right, let me take the glasses off. All right, we in here. We on. All right. But hope everybody had a blessed week, man. Week was good. I ain't doing no overtime. Why am I not doing overtime? They asked for it too. I didn't even submit for it or place because they call it and then you can like be like accept it, you know. I didn't do it this time because my stock is vesting. So I said, yo, keep your overtime. You feel me? I got my stock coming. But I might do it next week. But I really want to take time to just be creative, knock out some content. And I've had a vlog for this page like the last week, actually like 2 weeks. But I just haven't been able to get it. I haven't been able to, I mean, I was able to sit down and post it, but I don't like my biggest barriers are my work days in the office. I work 12 hours in the office and then an hour there and maybe like 45 minutes back home. So when on my work days, office days, I'm not trying to do nothing because it feels like I'm working when I work 12 hours and I'm gone from my house 14 hours, 15 hours, and I come home and then even though it's not work, it's content. You feel me? I'm still doing something. It feels like a task. So I just like I was gonna do it the other night to kind of just push it through, but I was like, nah, I just don't want to do anything but let my mind just rest, So I'm in transition right now. This is at 5:40. I mean, should I lower that? No, I guess I'll keep it up. I'm in transition right now. I'm trying not to. There it is. All right. My bad. Trying to fix these settings over here. But yeah, but other than that, man, it's been a good week. He said stocks went up overnight after an election. Yeah, this election, it wasn't surprising to me. What was surprising to me was just the people's reaction. That's why I love elections. I love when things happen in this country that are big things because you get a sneak peek of people's hearts. You know what I mean? People let out how they really feel about certain things. So that's what I've really been enjoying about this election. Y'all know me. If you know me, you know me. I don't have a horse in this race. I wasn't for either side. So I was just kind of just watching the show of the people. Um but just hearing the hearts of certain people on both sides, it was just like noted. You know what I mean? It's crazy how people will really bare their hearts when it comes to things like politics and religion. Y'all know I'm a follower of the Lord. Um, but I don't know, man. It's just weird. People get weird around that stuff. Anyways, we up in here. We made it through though. We made it through. I guess we didn't because he's not in office yet, so that's not going to happen until January. So we didn't make it through yet, but it's going to be, it's interesting to see how all this stuff play out. You know what I mean? Definitely interesting. Oops. But yeah, I guess it did cause the stocks to go up, huh? I haven't checked. I guess I'll look right now because I didn't even look. If it can just hang in there or continue to climb for about 15 more days, that'd be great. You feel me? After that, hey, but stop. Let's see. Because it was sitting like at 180. Oh, you right, my guy. Okay. Okay. It's sitting at 210 right now. Amazon stock is sitting at 210. Say it again. 210. Say it again. We had 210. Hey, say it again. We had 210. Say it again. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, man, shout out to the elections. I'm gonna need that. You know what I mean? I get to cash mine out in a little bit. So run that. I hope it goes up even higher. After mid-November. I mean, if it continues to climb, that's what's up. But I just needed to hang in there for about 2 more weeks. We'll be straight. We'll be straight. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. Good looking, twin. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Good looking, fam. That's some good stuff. Eddie said, I gotta say, being on outbound side of things, I have a real appreciation for flow leads. Man, outbound is I have an appreciation for everybody in outbound, for the AMs, for the especially the PAs, the the clerks, the trailer people loading. Outbound's a beast, fam. It's literally a beast. That's one department, like that's an apartment. That's a department right there, especially outbound doc, because you got a few different things outbound. I was outbound PA for AFE. That was crazy, but compared to doc is just a different beast, man. But shout out to everybody who does it, and it's all about like it's like what you start with. If that's what you started with, that's all you know. So it's not going to be too crazy per se, maybe, but like when I came from inbound, and from inbound went over to packing, and from packing to the dark side, you feel me? And it's just like, yeah, I hats off to everybody who does doc, man. That's some serious work right there. Twin through the flames on there for real. Let me see if I can split this screen. Facts. You feel me? Facts. Sitting at a cool 210. Sheesh. Way down. It was not. Okay, 207. Why make it look like it's like $100 jump, but it's really not. So that happened. When was this? Today? Let's look at the last 5 days. Okay, it did jump. 196. This is about the last time I did look at it. What's today? The 7th. Yep. It was around this day because I glanced at it. It was like, okay, cool. We sitting pretty high. That's what's up. Boom, 6. Jumped up right here. From 198, 205, 205 to 210. Imagine you people who do like that day trade who has 10K they can just drop real quick. And imagine if you would have dropped 10K last week. Anyways, but yeah, man, stock is up. That's what's up. Hopefully it's up and it stays up there. That'd be great. Let me take this little screen off. But yup, that's what's up. Shout out to Twin for the heads up on that. Eddie says, I run Poly and Smart Pack. My Poly team is untouchable, breaking all kinds of records and packing like smart packers. That's what's up. Congrats, fam. I already know you was gonna do great over there. Wherever they have you, you're gonna kill it. You know what I mean? So congrats to you, my dude. Congrats, fam. Say viewer comments of a bonus example. Okay, cool. And you already got your AM interview, my dude. You just seem like you just started over there. But that's like the dope part about having when your team believes in you. You know what I mean? Like when your team is behind you, man, that's the most important thing. What's the word? The most valuable thing you can have behind you when you're trying to move up is your team behind you. You know what I mean? That's official right there. Where's this thing? So shout out to Eddie for that, my dude. Because I had that. You feel me? Like I had that all my buildings, except my new building. Because they always ask me, you know how you have your one-on-ones, man. You know when you were trying to move up. I was like, nah, because I know like when you at that point you have to show why they should endorse you. You got to come up with projects and do all this stuff. I'm not trying to do that on the corporate side, you know. So, but no, that's once you get your team behind you, my dude, that's official. Good stuff. Earn trust. That's a fact. That's a fact. Run it back. JCH says, if I was terminated from Amazon, do I have to wait 90 days to reapply again? I am not sure, my dude. I think that might also have to depend on what you got fired for. You know, I know there are certain things you get fired for, there's no coming back. But I think that's like more so the rare, like that's more so the minority, like the minority of things. I think it's like if it's something extreme, then I don't think you're gonna come back. But I would still just put in. I don't know for sure. I would have to know the exact situation. But even if you gave me the exact situation, I don't know all the rules off top, and it's been forever since I even looked into something like that. So I don't know. I would still just put in anyways. anyways. You know what I mean? No matter what, 90 days, I would still just reapply. Because I've seen people come back. You're like, how you get back? You feel me? I've seen it, but then I've seen one, just only really one. Shout out to my guy. He knows who he is. Um, he's been trying to come back, and they like, nah, you can't come back, dog. I'm like, dang, that's cold. It's a cold world. Feel me? It's cold world in these Amazon streets. It could be cold in these Amazon jungles. You feel me? Could be. Oh, I know. Ask Eddie. Eddie's up in here. If anybody should know Eddie, Eddie will know. And who's our HR person? Snats. I forgot the name. Shout out to she knows who she is. If she hops in tonight, we'll ask her. We usually have somebody who works in HR in here, and if she comes in while you're still here, we'll ask her. That's a good question though. I think that deserves a video, but I don't really know. But that would be something that I think would be a dope video. That's a great question. If it was if it was Cat 1, Cat 1 is 5 years. What's Cat 1? Oh, Category 1. They got categories, my guy? Ugh. I didn't even know they had categories. That makes sense. But I've never known the categories. Like, oh, that's a category 1. That's a category 1 offense. You feel me? Yo, they put me out. Why you put you out? You a cat 2? Nah, fam, it's a cat 1 offense. That's crazy. And where do you find that out? I'm pretty sure it's HR. Or that'll be the safest place. Instead of, like the he say, she say stuff. But shout out to you, Jay Stern. Good looking on that. Twin says, right, it depends. Yes, 90 days is the standard. However, these days it's hard to get into Amazon. There's more and more associates seem to want to stay now, right? Remember, I told y'all that was gonna happen too. The turnover. I was like, yo, that's gonna slow down. Watch the way the economy was going. Everything I said all this last year, fam. You feel me? And here we are. It's gonna be even my back starting to itch. It's gonna be even worse or even more challenging for people to get in as the months go by. But we'll see how it plays out. But 90 days, who asked that? That was JCH. I would just try again in 90 days and so you can find out for sure. Twin says no tax on overtime. Do you think Amazon would tighten up on hours if implemented? No, I don't. I think Amazon's already tight on their money. You know what I mean? Like they don't just let money float around. So um the reason why we have those overtime is because they need the head count. So that's not going to change. If they need the head count, they're going to have to just give the head count. Amazon got a big bag for sure. Look at how they do their surge pays. There's times, you know what I mean? They're like, yo, $18 for this shift. Or when they did do that, like there's times where they did that. Do I think they're going to change their overtime? No, I don't think so. But I think that's not the real question. I think the greater question is, first with your question, no, I don't think they're going to tighten up. Nah. You feel me? Packages, that's something I've always said. Packages have to be packed no matter what. No matter what they're going through, what their pockets looking like, what the economy says, the packages have to get packed. So if they have the need for greater head count, they're gonna have to do it. So I don't think they're gonna tighten up on hours, but I still believe, the consumer, it's not much more they can take. That's what I've always said. My thing for the last year is like, how long does this sustain itself? The economy, cost of living goes up, pay goes up. Cost of living goes up, pay. That can't go on forever. So I think sooner than later, we're going to see the lack of overtime, but not because Amazon can't afford it, because the consumer, they don't have the money I think they're going to hit a point where they're just not going to have the money to be spending like that. You know what I mean? Like they used to. And that's what it's all about with Amazon. The consumer got to spend for us to work. So I think that's the major issue to keep an eye on. Amazon holding back because of that? No, I don't think so. Eddie says if you're caught stealing, that's the cat 1. Really? I thought I've seen some people steal and get back in Amazon, but I don't know. I'm not saying that's for sure. But I have seen some people like, how you Oh, shout out to the people who get back in there, wiggle their way back up in there. You feel me? How we doing? What up, Aiden? How we doing, man? We blessed over here, fam. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Good to see you in that building. Oh, if you guys haven't hit that like button yet, hit the like button. Helps the video out. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I came across a lot of associates from my building who wish they never left because they say it's worse outside of Amazon. But see, that's dope, but then it's not. Because why is one company, you feel me? Like, it should be an abundance of companies out here. It should be like a great market, like, why though? That's cool because we here. But what happens if we leave? You feel me? Like, it should be an abundance of different, a variety of different companies that should be as quote unquote as good as Amazon, at least with the pay and the way they operate. I think that's not a good sign because I've been seeing this too for sure. Ever since Amazon, when I've seen how easy it was, in the warehouse, yeah, you got to stay on your feet. But besides that, I'm like, yo, this is cake. And whenever people are like, oh, I'm gonna leave, I'm like, all right. They would always same thing. They would always try to come back, and then like people would call me outside of the job. Hey man, can you get me back in? Bruh, I ain't Uncle Jeff. How you gonna try to call me to get back in? So yeah, that's dope because we're still with the company. But what happens if we gotta leave the company? Like, and it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it should be a whole lot more companies out here that's on the same level as Amazon. Because what happens if we want to leave and go somewhere else? Like I don't know. I think the pay, I don't know, but we'll see. That's why I ain't left yet. But then I haven't looked really too hard outside. But yeah, I've seen it a lot. I've seen that with a lot of people too. Aiden says, very annoyed because Amazon's making us put, what is that? What is that? I don't know what that is, fam. In the rental vans, and they making me put them in. What is that? I don't know what that word is right there. I don't know what that is. If it's something, is that heavy? It sounds like something heavy to me. But they always do that. My God, I was up in there lifting up heavy 20 packs of water, like, and they didn't be like, yeah, we gotta deliver it, fam. Like, snaps. Them things used to be annoying. And I remember, never mind. Good times though. Good times. Ricardo says Amazon should pay $25 an hour. That sounds, I hear you. And the reason that sounds logical is because the way that the cost of living is going up. And the reason why that sounds logical is because our dollar technically is getting smaller. Our dollar's been getting smaller due to the cost of living and inflation and all this stuff. It's shrinking our dollar. You know what I mean? So yeah, that sounds logical now. Are they going to do that? No. I don't think they're going to do that. That's what been my whole cry. How long is this going to last? Because yeah, they're going to have to do that for this to sustain. For us to continue to be able to just do regular human duties in life, we're going to have to get paid like $25 an hour if cost of living and insurance and everything continues to rise the way that it is. But my question has always been, will that happen? Will Amazon sit here and pay us 25? And if they do, that's terrifying because then we're going to get to a point where it's only these big conglomerates that everybody's employed by, 4 big conglomerate companies. And that's terrible because we know it should never be a monopoly. I don't know, man. It's just, we're going in a scary direction as a country, I hear you. It should pay 25, but and once we get paid 25, then what? Then cost of living still gonna go up. Then they're gonna be, hey, we should get paid 30, and then it's not, like, I think we're just we're looking at the beginning of the end, I hope not, but I really think so. But should they? Yeah, that'd be great for sure, for sure. But who else is paying 25 at an entry level job like Amazon? I guess fast food in California, they getting like 20 though. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. We're in a very interesting time in our country. And I think we just got to see how this plays out. Y'all know I talked about this. This was last year, or earlier this year when I brought it up on one of the lives talking about what's that thing called, universal pay. Because I think that's what's going to come down to, this universal pay. And then all of a sudden, Elon Musk start talking about this recently, but we'll see how it plays out. Who is this in my background? Man, y'all don't get up on my screen. I don't know you. All right. Aiden, what did you say again? Oh, very annoying making this. Oh, got you. I know. Eddie says, SB, what are you seeing volume wise from your end of things? Lately, it's been feeling like peak right now due to volume we are getting. Has it? I think it all depends. I think it depends. I'm at a very high volume building, and it doesn't seem like it's been super crazy. But it's always going to go down to where your building is at. You know what I mean? Because like if you're in an inner city, you're going to have more volume than somebody in the more rural areas. I think for peak this year, it will look like peak for major cities, but I think for like the smaller outskirt areas, it may not look like a peak. But then again, that can change too, because like it all goes back and points back to the consumer, right? Some people's like, yo, it's not even gonna look like a peak. That could happen. But then again, it could look like a peak because people are trying, holding their dollar until they can spend it with the best deal, which Amazon hopefully should have some great deals. I don't know. I think everything's just up in the air, fam. You know what I mean? It's hard to put, at least for me. I love looking at everything, but it's like kind of hard to put my finger on it. Only thing I can say is, you know, I think the more secure volume peak times are going to be like those major cities, because in those major cities have the most population, more finances that's going to get spent to deliver there. More finances spent with Amazon means more work hours, more labor hours, but those outskirt areas, are those going to be, you know what I mean? Are those going to be able to sustain the head count? I don't know. We're going to see. It ain't going to take too long. But eventually, all people are just running out of money. That's what I see. I've been seeing that and been said that. That's it's just when that hits. The question is when does that hit the fan though? Because people are tapped out. They've been tapped out. I think I forgot the percentages, but there's so many X amount of Americans don't even have like $500 in their bank account for an emergency. Maxed out all their credit cards. Look at car repossessions have skyrocketed. How long? How long? If we have a decent peak season this year, for sure. Next year, I just don't think this is going to hold up next year. I don't think so. Unless Trump does come in and he just start passing out money to everybody again, all right, that'll probably inflate the economy for another year. But that's not good when that's done. When you just print money out of thin air, that actually helps inflation. That increases inflation. Either way, nothing looks good for this country. Nothing looked good for the market, So that's why I be saying, look, try to work the overtime. Don't break yourselves. Because stuff is going to hit this fan eventually, Likes up. Yes, for sure. Definitely. Y'all hit that like button if y'all haven't done it yet. Appreciate you guys. Eddie, Twin, good looking. Jay Stern says, I used to work with a bunch of people who left for UPS to be loaders. They came back to Amazon. The grass is not always greener on the other side, my guy. You feel me? Listen, and people thought I was crazy when I said Amazon is the best warehouse that I've worked for. I worked in some ghetto warehouses. You feel me? Vibe magazine was a sweatshop. I've worked at FedEx. It was back in the day. Granted, it was back in the day, but a sweatshop, crazy conditions. Every warehouse that I've worked at was on some, you feel me? Like they pretty much operate the same, but the safety of the building, just look at most of the buildings. I would look like, yo, this place barely holding up. You feel me? If I sneeze too hard, something might fall from the ceiling. And that was one of the first thing I noticed coming into Amazon. I said, what in the world? Why is this place so clean? I was like, this thing is clean. I can sleep on this floor. I can do the worm or something. No, I don't want to do the worm, but I can sleep on the floor at the Amazon compared to these other warehouses. But yeah, I think Amazon is the best warehouse compared to almost all the ones that I've been at. That's only my experience, but and then work-wise, that's the thing too. People think Amazon has this crazy, and sometimes it is for sure. But I think as an overall difficulty level, Amazon's not the most difficult warehouse to work in. That's why when I came in, but most people that come to these Amazon warehouses not from a warehouse background. If you talk to somebody who's worked at a lot of different warehouses, most likely they'll kill it at Amazon because most of these warehouses are straight sweatshops. You know what I mean? And Amazon, like you said, I've heard that a lot too. A lot of people are like, yo, Uncle Jeff. Hey, Uncle Jeff, it's me, Chris. Let me back in. Uncle Jeff. I'm just playing. Let me back in, Unc. You feel me? Knocking on the Amazon door to get back up in the building. I mean, you can't be mad. I don't be mad at them, no, because it's like, yo, I respect them because like at least they went somewhere else to try. Like that's the thing. If you're not happy, why just sit there? So they weren't happy with Amazon. So they was like, you know what? Let me try something else. And then they seen that like snaps, I had it easier in Amazon. So I don't, I hats off to them for them actually stepping out and trying to find something else, you know. But that's a problem when everybody has to come back to Amazon. To me, that's a problem. We need more companies, more competition out here, because that's a problem to me, you know. But I agree though. I think Amazon's the best warehouse company. You know, and it sucks that I have to say that because, like, yo, who wants to say that? I don't want to say that, you know. But anyways, Twin says, Uncle SB, I need the hookup. What you need the hookup for, fam? What's good? What you need the hookup for? What you need? What you need? Aiden says the cameras. You be lifting cameras. I didn't know they had heavy cameras like that, my guy. Because Amazon, the cameras. I don't know. I don't know. They got y'all delivering heavy cameras. The cameras are very expensive, so I'm surprised they got y'all lifting cameras and stuff. I know if I ordered a camera, I would not be. I'll be. Just better get delivered not by an Amazon driver, because Amazon drivers be throwing stuff, falling over stuff be hitting them corners, stuff be plopping all over the place. That's mostly all type of delivery companies, but maybe just because I've worked for Amazon, so I've seen the treatment of these things. It's like, bruh, you feel me? We're preparing for peak like it's COVID all over again. We just did some major hiring. I mean, that's what's up. If they're expecting major volume, that's a good sign to me. You know what I mean? That's what's up. I mean, I would love a great peak. I don't want I don't want it to be slow. But ultimately, like I said, I think it just kind of goes to where you're at, where your building's at. But I definitely think, man, if possible, and I'm gonna do vlogs on these. Like I said, I'm in a new position, so I had to learn my position before I just, start cranking out vlogs. But what was I about to say? Yeah, I would encourage everybody to work as much hours as possible. I think the economy is not going to get better, no matter who's in the office. And maybe he inflates it for a while. That'd be great, for sure. But I would definitely work these overtime hours during peak season. Pay off your debt. Same thing I've been echoing for the last year and 2 years. But if they're doing major hiring, I think that's a good sign, because obviously I think they're probably foreseeing, their foresight is showing, probably high volume, so we'll see how it plays out though. Jay Stern says, my site is shutting down AFE1 next week to add more walls in. Peak is going to be lit with volume. That's a good thing. Get it. Let's get it. Let me just balance. Get it, but try your best to balance. Try your best to balance so you don't burn yourself out. Aiden says, no, they are making us install the cameras in the vans. What? They making y'all install the cameras? They for real trying to save money. That's crazy. How do they expect y'all to install cameras? That don't make sense. Like, y'all professional camera installers out here. I used to install cameras. It's not easy. That is not easy. Unless the wiring is already there and the wiring's just hanging out and all you gotta do is put it up. But even then, like, that's weird. I've never heard of that. That's crazy. Do your prime vans have cameras? Mine did. When I was on the delivery side, we did have cameras right in our face. I never cared. I was on the phone, seatbelt not on certain times. I think though they only check the cameras when you violate, because I think that's when it records or something like that. There was a few times. Well, there's once where they played. I got a distracted driving one time. I'm pretty sure it had to be more than once because I was on my phone a lot. But one time that they showed me, But it wasn't many, you know what I mean? So I did have cameras. I did have cameras in my van. I mean, y'all saw me. I was vlogging in my stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the van front seat vlogging, you know? Steve, what's up? What up? What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, what's up? Half of the cameras don't work in the warehouses, just there for the books. For the looks, I think you mean. Sounds good. Sounds real good, but I wouldn't trust that. You know what I mean? Especially listen, listen, especially if you black, you feel me? I wouldn't go off that advice. I'm keeping it 100. I wouldn't trust that. And it's funny in my building too. I don't know if I dropped $10. It was right under my seat, and this is in a corporate office. It was right under my seat. Somebody put it on my desk, and then I did have a wad of cash that I put in my pocket earlier that morning, and my backpack was on my chair. And I went like I'm pretty sure it was mine, but I'm not 1,000% sure. So I went to the front desk and was like, "Hey, can you guys check the cameras? I just want to make sure this is my $10, even though I got a pocket full of cash, my backpack. I just came from California. I did like 4 events out there, transactions with cash, but just in case it's somebody else's, I want to make sure they get it." And they was like, "Oh, well, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but we don't have any cameras facing the desk." Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that on live right now either, but but I was like, what you mean? What? You know what I mean? Like, so there could be some truth to that, maybe, but I wouldn't trust that though. Listen, if y'all in a warehouse, act like them cameras work. Because you feel me? Yeah, I'm just saying. I would, I've always moved around like them cameras work, just because I mean, that's just how I was raised, like especially being a black American, there's times where I went into the store and before I walk in, I see them following just the only black people in the store on camera. That's all. And it's not like they look like thugs or nothing, regular people. So that's just how I was raised, to always act like somebody's watching you, because most of the time they are. You know what I mean? So whether they up for decoration, whether they only up there, I would suggest people act like they work, because listen. Like, why would you, like, what? Steal now, or you know what I mean? Like, just act like they work, because if anybody loses their job to some foolishness right now, that's the worst decision to make. We're in our economy. If stuff just is not looking right outside in this economy, this is not a time to lose our job over any foolishness, over no silliness, over no goofiness. I mean, just act like all cameras work. That would be my opinion. That's how I move. Jay Stern says the Netrodyne. That's what it is. It literally just clicked in my head right now. That's right. Record all the time. They detect driver movement on the road and relay that. Right. You're right. You're right. For sure. For sure. But as you guys remember, look at my delivery videos. I vlogged all the time. You know what I mean? So maybe they I don't know. I don't know. Shout out to them though. They do be recording. Facts. If that's your primary source of income, I did that on purpose. If that was my primary source of income, I wouldn't have been vlogging like that. I wouldn't have took that chance. Only reason why I did, it was only extra income, and I already knew recording that and vlogging that would help the channel and as well. So that's why I did that. But yeah, for everybody on here who does DSP and you try to do content, don't do that if that's your only source of income. If you work at Amazon, like, you've never seen me record inside an Amazon building, because that's foolish. You know what I mean? They say don't do that. I could actually, on the corporate side, they told me I could like 3 times. I still haven't done it due to the fact I don't like letting people know my location while I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, while I'm working there, So that's why I haven't recorded yet. But like, if I was leaving, if I got a promotion back into the warehouse, oh yeah, I'm doing a walkthrough on the corporate side, all that stuff. But yeah, those cameras do be watching for sure. And the prime video in the delivery vans with the DSP, yeah, for sure. I've seen videos of myself on there. And it says, nah, it's easy to install. Just stick it on the window and route the wires to the OBD2 port by the driver's feet. Setup app is the annoying part. That's what's up. That seems like something they would be having the dispatchers do. Like, because they can't expect a regular employee to do that. Hey, I need you to install your camera. Just stick it to the window and route the wires by the OBD2 port by the driver's feet. Bro, what's that? You feel me? I came here to drive these boxes around and put them on people's doorsteps, not connect wires to the OBT2 connector. You feel me? That would have been I'm not, bruh. Listen, call dispatch over here to connect this. I'm not gonna connect no wires to the OBT2 connector. Oh snap. Steve says, I'm a ambassador, and my Lord Troiler told me half of the cameras still work in the warehouse. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I've never. Only time I've heard about what's that? Not LP. What's the security called? LP. I forgot, but I remember I did a vlog on some. I think she's the one who stole money. And some part of security, loss prevention, I believe, was a part of that. But I know Amazon they have some sort, or maybe some, I don't know if all buildings have it, but I'm pretty sure they do, a loss prevention. Those are, that's a big, I'm sure, listen, somebody got to be watching them cameras. It's way too much money floating around in there with product. I could be wrong, but I just don't think I am. And then I don't know. Just act like the cameras work. You feel me? Because you don't know which ones work, which ones don't work. And matter of fact, I've seen cases where cameras was pulled up. So I take that back. I wouldn't trust that at all. You know what I mean? I've seen cases where cameras had to be checked. So that's just listen, act like the cameras work. You know what I mean? Act like the cameras work. JCF says, if I go -0 in Amazon, how long do I wait to reapply? I don't know. I don't know, fam. I would just retry as soon as you can. Maybe it is like a 30-day, 90-day for that. But I would retry immediately. And then if you have to wait, then I'm sure they'll let you know. But me personally, if it was Tuesday, I'll be applying on Thursday. Again, I'm back. You feel me? Brian Sanchez, any tips on being a PA? Yeah, I got a few. I got multiple vlogs on that. But I think one of the most effective things that worked for me was letting your AM know your goal, letting them know that that is your goal, your AM and your OM, and let them know, and then you ask them the steps. What do I have to do to reach this goal? Then they'll be like, all right, do this, this, and this. You say, okay, bet. Then you go do this, and this, and you come back. All right, I did this, this, and this. What else? What's next? To me, that was the most effective thing that I've seen. One of the more effective things that I applied for myself, because you're holding them accountable and you're holding yourself accountable. And that really worked. That I've seen was one of the best things. So that's just, I think, the most important thing. But go check out the vlogs I did on those. And I have like other things that I talk about that as well. But if you go to my page and you search up tips to get promoted in Amazon and in my PA videos, you hear some more on there. But I think that one right there is the most effective one, because even with other people, when I got to become a PA, it was pretty quick, to the point other people were mad and all that. And they came to me, was like, yo, what you do? And that was one of the main things I always asked them. Did you tell them you want to be a PA? No. Go tell them you want to be a PA and then come back and tell me what they say. Literally, the next day they came back, was almost crying, because like, man, they were all happy and all that stuff, because the first thing that the team said is, we didn't know you wanted to be no PA. We never even thought you wanted to be a PA. So I made it very evident and very clear. Hey, I need to get in this position. What do I have to do? So that's, I think that's an effective way. Daniel says, can't complain. AGS1 is running okay after Hurricane Helene, just dealing with management issues as usual. Man, I'm glad you're safe out there, fam. Prayers out to all the people that was affected by that. That looked pretty serious. That looked pretty crazy, just from looking at it through the camera, social media, which is not real life at all. Can't get the full effect of it, but yeah, it looked pretty serious out there. So glad you're all right, Daniel. But yeah, that's always, that sucks, dealing with management having to get their stuff together. But hopefully that gets, you know what I mean? Hopefully you guys get some organization over there pretty soon. Amazon ordered to let workers vote on unionizing. Stop it. Why they lying? Ain't nobody gonna go to a union. They better stop. I'm over here looking at these press releases right now. Operation facilities coming to North Texas. That's what's up. Ooh, lawsuits. Expedited service and goods, paying jobs. Amazon unveils the next generation of fulfillment centers powered by AI and 10 times more robotics. Amazon resale. All right, we back. Have you heard of seasonal PA? And if so, is that a good route? I think that is a good route. Anytime you can show your worth is great. Even if you're being a PG for a week, that's great, because that's even better. No, it's not better, but it's great because then you can get in there, you can show them, especially if you're good, that will make you stand out. Because let's say because they sometimes be doing that. Oh, we're gonna rotate between PGs for the next 4 months to see, just to see how everybody does. That's dope because you can get in, you can be impactful, and then remove it. And then that's when it's noticeable. Like, dang, we seen how that ran last week. That was one of the things I did when I was they were really pulling me to be a indirect pallet runner, and I killed it. My first time being pallet runner, that week, 2 weeks, killed it. Boom, 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 smashing. I did it on purpose though. And then because I knew I'm a black dude, 6'4", 230 pounds. I was 220 pounds at that time. They want to keep me on this indirect. They want me, like, oh, he's good. He's called to be a indirect. No, you feel me? You're not gonna keep me here. So what I did, I went in there, I made my impact, and I said, I'm just gonna stall. And then they felt it. They was like, yo, like we see the difference. So anyways, yeah, I think that's great. When you can get into a CA or seasonal, even if it's seasonal, that's amazing. Because you can get in there, you can make your impact. You know what I mean? And they can see that impact, So yeah, I think that's good. You just need the opportunity. That's all you need. Like, yo, I just need the shot. You feel me? That's how it is for everything. Like, yo, just give me a shot. You feel me? Just put me in front of who I need to be in front of. It's a wrap. So that's your shot right there. Yeah, that's a great position. Because you get the shot. So now you just get in there and you execute, you kill it. So then they like, yo, yeah, he needs this position permanently. You just need the shot, So that's the shot. Take it. I think that's a great position. It's hard to be a PA. It takes dedication. It does, but it all depends on it all depends on the person. Like if your plan is to move up, and I don't think it is that hard, because you're kind of already in the mindset of what you need to do. Like when I was a PA, it wasn't hard because my mindset was already, I'm trying to go to the top. I'm trying to get to this L6 position. So it wasn't hard for me. Like I enjoyed it. That was my favorite position. Facts. That's why I call it the golden position. That position was super dope. But you're right, it does take dedication. That's a fact. Takes dedication for sure. But that should be something that's already second nature if you plan on moving up in this company. Forget just this company, any company. If anything in life, you want something that's worth something, is gonna take dedication. You know what I mean? Hard work and dedication. You want to be a homeowner? That's gonna take hard work and dedication. You want to have your income at a certain bracket, that's gonna take hard work and dedication. You want anything in life that's worth something, it's gonna take those two things, hard work and dedication. And it's funny because people always try to avoid those two things, but want the result that comes with those two things. And the only way you get the results of those two things without doing those two things is the shortcut, the cheat codes. You don't want to do the cheat codes. You feel me? The cheat codes, that's what people be doing something strange for a little change. You don't want to go that route. You don't want to go that route. Because then if you do the cheat codes, you got to continue to put the cheat codes in. You got to put the cheat codes in every week, every month, or every year. And you know what I mean? Nah, don't be that person. Because there's people that do it a lot. There are people who use the cheat codes a lot. Don't be that person, though. Yeah, it's gonna take hard work and dedication, but everything in life does that's worth something. Joseph says, just hopping in to say congrats on the lateral move, Eddie. Welcome to Outbound PA crew. Good luck on your interview. Hoping, or what do you say? Here's to hoping we both get our L4s by Q1 2025. That's what's up. That's what's up. And that's I still want to see how that's going to play out Q1 2025 with the whole management to employee ratio that they said. I still want to see how that plays out, because that's when I think it's supposed to be, taking place. Well, I did the vlog, but I don't remember the actual dates. Somebody, who's that? Annette dropped a super chat. He said, "Brow." Thank you much for the super chat. Thank you much for the super chat, Annette. That's definitely a blessing. You already know, especially finances is a huge blessing, and that costs a lot for people during these times. So thank you so much for always supporting that. Appreciate you. Definitely a blessing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Dib said, yo, been waiting for you to go live again and share the good news. Got PG 2 weeks ago. Okay, young Dibs, you dig? We see you in the building. We see you, fam. He said, got PG 2 weeks ago. AM and PA wants me to go for PA now. So next week might apply, but only been with Amazon for 3 months. So I'm thinking, what you thinking about? You thinking too much already. Just shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Listen, everybody doesn't always. I could have got my PA quicker. It took me like 7 months. I could have got it quicker than that. I could have got like 5 or 4 months myself. But I did that. I was thinking too much. I said, you know what? Nah, I need to be doing more as an ambassador first, then go be a PA. And I could have been a PA faster. So ain't nothing to think about. That's all you need. You need the endorsements of your team. Not really the PA. It's always good when your PA's with you for sure, because they're going to influence the AM. That's a fact. So if you have your PA with you, cool, that's what's up. But your AM is vouching for you, bet. Your OM vouching for you, bet. You know what I mean? So you're in a key position already, being at PG. That's where it's your time to shine. That's where it's time to go in. It's time to kill it as that PG. So then you can continue to win over the team, and at that point, like you said, then your AM and everybody else buys into you and wants to endorse you. And then that's what I've seen personally really get people in position, when their team endorses them, gets behind them. It's not, I've seen star players, keep like Jordan out there on the operation field, but nobody endorses them. And then they don't go nowhere. You know what I mean? I've seen people with skills like Jordan on the field, in the warehouse, but nobody endorses them. That endorsement is powerful. That's really, I don't want to say it's everything, but just about. Unless you go to another building. I've seen people do that, but yeah, kill it in that PG position. Continue to get the endorsement of your AM, OM, and soon as you can go for the PA, go for it. And if you don't get the first time, bet, keep killing it as a PG, go for it again. They got you there for a reason. You know what I mean? That PG position, especially if they telling you to go for the PA, do it. What up, Annette? She said, ASB was good. Was good. Thank you so much for the twin. Wow. Definitely appreciate you, Annette. At RFC, they changed up things. One side of the FC changed to side 1 pack by box only. Then side 2, we are doing Jiffy bags. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe at least when I was there, them Jiffy bags would be so annoying. They would cause so many jams and all that stuff. So I wonder if that's why. I have no clue why. But I'm just thinking, when I was over there with Pack, that makes sense to me. You have a whole side just for them packet, the boxes, and then another side just for the Jiffy bags. That sounds official. Maybe it's just something new they're trying out. I think that's going to be an interesting turnout. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying something new, because them things would always be a headache. Every time something got jammed or something, always in little goofy bags and Jiffy bags. So let me know how that turns out, and if they plan to stay with that. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Daniel says, what is the best way to recognize an AM and an HR person? What is the best way to recognize an AM and an HR person? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean recognize them? they should be wearing a vest. If you're in a warehouse, they should be wearing a certain vest. HR, you got to go in the HR office. You can't really tell who they are because I don't remember them having vests. But yeah, they should be able to be identified by a vest. If that's what you're talking about, just like spotting them out, identifying them, walking around type thing. Yeah, they should have some type of vest on. Oh man. We said another And another weird thing is they are hiring tons of people and then offering VTO big time. What is all this about? Why hire when you're offering VTO? I don't know. Maybe just to have the head count just in case, especially with us getting ready to go into peak season. They may just want to be overly prepared. It's always better to be overly prepared than not what's that? How's that saying go? You know what I mean. It's better to be overly prepared than to not be prepared enough, you know? Like if you was going on vacation for a week, would you, I would rather overpack, or let's say, you're going camping. I would rather bring food that's more than enough instead of going out there and on the seventh day be starving and trying to figure out how to hunt because I ain't got to bring enough food. So maybe that's the case. They just want to make sure they got the head count if needed, if be. But I don't think it's too much to worry about. Like, who knows? They doing whatever they be doing. Amazon, they just be doing stuff. But they got some method to their madness. Daniel says, for their efforts to help me. Yeah. I think that's the best way to identify them is just their vest. Or if it's something, an emergency, or you're really trying to get some help, start asking. Start where the manager at. Not like that, but hey, you know what the manager is? That's when, if I was on a shift and they didn't have if I need to talk to the manager, I was gonna find the manager. They usually have desk. Go to the desk, they're not there. Go down the list, find the PA. Hey, where's the manager at? They got the laptop. They can message them. Like, yeah, I need to talk to a manager like as soon as possible, like right now, or if it's emergency right now. And then with HR, just go down to the HR office and they should be up in there. And if you can't find HR, go through the manager. Managers for sure, have the contacts where they can just message HR. Yup. We already at an hour. Let's go. We up in here though. JCH says Amazon told me to wait 90 days to reapply again, but I got an email from Amazon that I can reapply within a week. So I don't know. Reapply. Like the worst thing that can happen is no. That's all. Don't be afraid of it. No, you got an email saying you can reply within a week. That's all I would have needed. I'm like, bet I'm replying next week. JCH, yeah, just reply. If you got an email and them saying, what'd you say? But I got an email from Amazon that I can reply within a week. Yeah, just reply within a week, fam. Do it. They reached out to you. They probably trying to get people in there just for, you know what I mean? We got peak coming up. What? We're in November already? That's peak is in a few weeks. We got Thanksgiving in a few weeks. That's crazy. My birthday in what? 2 weeks? No, a week? My birthday in 10 days. That's crazy. But yeah, they probably just want, to make sure they have people for peak. So if you waited 90 days, peak would be just about over. You don't want to wait 90 days because that's like the worst. I think that's when it's going to be real challenging for people to get in because peak is going to be over November. Oh yeah, peak's going to be over in 90 days. That's usually the slowest time right after Christmas. So if I was you, I would try to get right back in there and get plugged in. I feel like throwing my rapper glasses back on and freestyling, but y'all not about that life though. Why I doubled my position in Amazon stock. Amazon is all about the cheap stuff right now. If I could buy only one Magnificent 7 stock over the next 10 days. Is Amazon a buy or a sell right now? What they saying? It's a strong buy. This high? That's what's up. All right, my bad. Let me see. I was over here looking at these what are they called? Press releases. All right. Brian says, random question. What's my dream car? Hummer H1. Facts. H1s are beastie. That's my favorite car. It's been my favorite car for a minute. I've seen one that was super dope. It was in Scottsdale. Hardest H1 I've ever seen. I was like, yo. And I don't get fanned out over cars. Like, I don't get fanned out over nothing. But when I saw that one, I was finna double back. Like, yo, that's dope. H1 is my whip right there. Why? What's your dream car, Brian? Daniel says, no BS, bro. I know that I want to get my acting manager some appreciation and an HR person some credit. Oh, you're acting. I'm thinking you're really talking about like an actor. Like, okay, you got an actor in the building. That's what's up. It's acting manager. But you want to get your acting manager some appreciation and an HR person some credit for taking care of my issues. That's what's up. Use the VOA board. They also have, what's that thing called? They have something now where you can actually give people like a shout out, or what do they call it though? It's on A to Z. I forgot what it's called, but you can use your, yeah, see, Jay Stern just said it, a shout out. They have the shout out thing, or if you just want to do it on that board, the VOA board, both of those would be official. Those are dope ways to shout people out. They shout out to E Fisher though. Thank you much for the super chat. You feel me? Good looking. I appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. That means a lot. That's definitely a blessing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. You feel me? That's a lot. I definitely appreciate all the support, whether it be a like, a comment, or whatever. And then when it comes to finances, definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Brian said, Porsche 911. Why though? You feel me? Why? It's so small. It's so small and tiny and fragile and 2 seats. You feel me? But I mean, I guess Lamborghinis is fire. And those is 2 seats, but they're still bigger than a Porsche. A Porsche it reminds like a little ladybug, like a little bug or something. But shout out, hey, that's your car. You feel me? So shout out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And once again, Eric, E. Fisher, and who else gave a super chat too? Let me give both of y'all a shout out. Annette, thank you so much. And E. Fisher, thank you guys. Blessing, huge blessing. Jay Stern says, Daniel, send him a shout out to the AZ. Right. That's what I was thinking too. Brian, yup, he said that. JCH says, how long are your live streams? I usually be trying to go at least 2 hours. I try my best to do 2 hours. No more than that right now, just because I got a lot of, I'm working on a lot of stuff right now. But the way YouTube works, your hours that you put out kind of determines how much they push your content. My hours dropped because I didn't put out too many live streams this last month. So, but yeah, that's what I try to stay at 2 hours for the live stream. Oh, whoops, I'm back. Annette says, SB, you seem like you're sleepy. What's up? Just saying you work too much. I guess that was a perfect time to yawn. Yeah, I do, but it's not just always work. Like today, right? I woke up, I wrote some music. I wrote a nice amount today. I'm proud of myself. I think I wrote like 3 hooks today, something like that. 3 hooks. And almost a verse. So, I have a lot that I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to finish up my SB project. I got my faith-based project, 2 faith-based projects. So I got but one of them's done. Now I have like 10 songs I need to finish total. And then on top of that, vlogs. So I just have a lot that I be doing. And that's the, you know what I mean? That's a blessing and the challenging thing as well, because I noticed that when I have so much on my mind, on my plate, it can sometimes cause me to do nothing or do very little instead of just narrowing in on one project, smashing that and going to the next one and going to the next one. You know what I mean? So I'm not really tired. I had an energy drink today too. So I was super lit earlier. That may be it. It may have been that energy drink. I was probably just way too lit earlier. And now I'm finally just chilling. And the lights is low. You know, what I mean, I did that on purpose. I got the lights low. So it may seem like I'm tired. I may look a little tired. Just those lights. That's why I keep putting my hat up. If I put it down, it makes it look like I got bags under my eyes. But I'm not tired. I'm actually good. I'm really good. But yeah, I've been working, been doing a little bit of work today. Then I went to the gym last night. So I'm good. I'm good. I just think it was that energy drink. I'm kind of coming down off of that. I think that's what it is. But I'm doing great. I'm doing great. You know, thank you much, Annette. Thank you. Brian says, "What's your end goal with Amazon? Still going to move up within the company?" Actually, I don't know. I don't know, fam. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put that energy into it right now at the moment, but especially with the politics. Um, like you can't really have an opinion, or you can't have your own. How do I say this? Not that you can't have your opinion if you get into management, but if you do have your opinion and you voice your opinion, not even voice your opinion, you stand your ground on something that you may not believe in, that could probably get you in trouble. You know what I mean? Um, so I think it'll probably just be best. And then, as I've said before, we're in new times. We're entering new times where I believe managing is going to be different, like from what they're used to, because we're going to be dealing with associates on a different level than what we've been used to. The stress level is going to be through the roof. We're not all the way there yet, but I've already been seeing it. People snapping, but it's going to get worse. We're not at the worst yet. You know what I mean? So I foresee all that. So I think at the moment I'm just kind of staying where I'm at. Would I go? I would. I'm at least back at that point. If I got an interview, I would do it. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to do a lot outside of Amazon as well. So it's just kind of up in the air, kind of like whatever falls through, you know? But I still would encourage other people who want to move up to do so. I think it is new times though. It is new waters. And then they're going to be rolling out new stuff as well. Remember that whole announcement they made that should be taking place, I guess, the first quarter with the ratio of managers and employees. You feel me? That's going to have have an impact. But um, at the end of the day, if you want it, you can get it, you know? I still think it's a good company to move up. I just don't feel like playing the game. And even when I played the game, I never was fake about playing the game. I was always me. I never like kissed nobody's butt to move up. I was always very respectful, but I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, it's the political part. It's the political part that I don't know if I want to be dealing with that again for the moment, for the time being. It's very political when you want to move up, very political. Um, so I just don't know if I'm ready to deal with that, you know. But I would if I got an interview and landed it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm at the point I can get back to it. Not on the corporate side though. It would have to be in the warehouse. I want nothing to do with the corporate side at all. The warehouse though, I would climb back up over there. But you know what I mean? Like it's so much going on my faith walk. I'm kind of withdrawing from the workplace as much as possible and putting it into my walk with the Lord. You know what I mean? There's so much going on in real life that's like big stuff going on that I don't know. My heart is it's not in the job no more. You know, yeah, I still do a great job and do the best that I can, but my passions is back where they're supposed to be. Shout out to the Zon though. I still think it's a great company to move up. For people who may not have, you feel me, the degrees or the experience. Yeah, man, it still may take a long time. It may take a lot of hard work, but it's still possible. I've seen people with nothing that are now operation managers. I've seen it plenty of times. It's difficult. Don't get me wrong. But how many times have I been in a company? I've never seen nobody move up that didn't have the degrees there, that didn't have the background there. You know what I mean? So, oh, SB, you what's that? And that says you deserve the super chat, SB. You spread the word of the Lord. Hey, I ain't even started yet, but I'll be trying to be a little light. I'll be trying to be a little light. I still got the playlist coming. I got to do it though, but we're gonna get into the word for sure, for sure. Appreciate that though, and that definitely appreciate that. Martin says, "What up, SB? Any update with this year's peak? I haven't done a vlog on it yet. We were kind of touching on that a little earlier while I was saying I believe it can go either way. I've had people say, yo, it's gonna be a dud, it's gonna be a flop this year, it's not gonna be what it's cracked up to be. And I can see that. I can see that happening. But then on the other side, I can also see Amazon being normal this year due to the fact people are always going to try to hold their dollar for the best to stretch it the furthest. And if Amazon has those deals and sales, then I can see us having a good peak still. You know what I mean? Um, I think that's kind of where I'm at the moment. But I've been keeping my eye on somewhat on the economy when it comes to the consumer. They're hurting. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what our job is, straight fueled by the consumer spending. So that's always been my thing. How long does that sustain itself? How much money can the consumer continue to spend when they don't have the money? But this is America, and if anything America knows how to do is find money that they ain't got and spend it. So I think this year's peak will be decent. Next year, I can't see it. I think we're going to see so much stuff next year is going to blow people away, but I don't think peak is going to be peak next year. I don't think so. Unless, as I said earlier, if Trump is in. So unless Trump inflates the economy like he did on his last, where he just printed up all this money from thin air, if he does that, I think that'll buy us another year. I think if he just cuts on the printing machine, which is terrible, that's going to cause inflation. People act like that didn't have an effect on the country when he did it last time. Of course, we all got, the money. I spent, Of course, we spent it. But there's a cause and effect. People didn't think of the effect that has of printing money out of nowhere and just giving it away. So I think this peak, I think we can survive this peak, and we may even thrive. Next peak, I think unless Trump cuts on the money printing machine and starts giving out free money, I think that's going to be that's where I think it's going to be bad. Jay Stern said disagree and commit. Wait, what are we talking about? Moving up or what? Disagree and commit? Yeah, for sure. But I don't know my bad, Jay Stern. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me see. What's the last thing you said? Is that for the end goal? Is that for... I'm not sure what that was implied for too, Jay Stern. But yeah, disagree and commit for sure. But here, okay, so I think you're talking about maybe you're talking about me when I said the certain politics. Yeah, for sure. But if it's a moral thing or if it's a belief thing that the company stands on that I don't believe in, I'm not committing to that. You feel me? Like if it's something that goes against my beliefs, I'm not committing to that. I'm gonna disagree and stand on it, or I don't have to be vocal, but I'm not gonna commit to that. I'm not gonna commit to something that's against my morals, and I don't want to. Why put myself in that position? So I think if that's what you're talking about, I'm not going to disagree and commit to something against my beliefs or morals, and, you know, as a manager, I don't know what they would do. Like, imagine if you have certain beliefs on something and then they want you to give stand up and it's talking about one of them things and you got to like be for it, I don't know. I think about that stuff because that's reality. I've seen it at stand up where people talking about something. It's like, if I was in that position, I wouldn't do that, just because of my beliefs and my morals, and that's something that anybody should take in, or that I'm going to take into consideration before my livelihood being dependent on that, That's why I can stop, I can avoid any type of, my livelihood being affected if I just don't go that route. Now, if I try to go that route and change the game, then that may be affecting my livelihood, and I can just avoid it. Martin says there's a chat in Facebook about Amazon, and there's a funny story about people complain. Right. There is. I know. They have a lot, they have actually a nice amount of Amazon chat groups online. I was gonna create one a while ago, but like I try not to become like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be viral or have too much influence with Amazon, because I think that's when you can become targeted or something. Just my opinion. But that's why I turned down the news team. There's senior producers of CNBC that hit me up, and they wanted me to do an interview on CNBC for Amazon. I told them no, because like, nah, I'm cool. And then when I had certain things going viral, I literally stopped posting because, you know, um, I don't want to become the face or become a threat. I don't want the company to see, what I mean? I'm just here giving my little opinion. I'm not trying to go, I ain't trying to, So, but yeah, shout out to the all the little chat groups. I've seen them. I'm not in any of them, but I was gonna start one, but I decided not to a while ago. Nah. But shout out to them though. And it's funny, the same ones you said, he said they'd be complaining, but they still work there. That'd be the funny part. They be complaining, but still work there, unless they get fired. But Martin says we had a lot of mess in Phoenix 3 on the pick side. We had people coming in to fix some few things, and looks a lot different, but still a mess. That's what's up. I'm glad you guys got it fixed. And yeah, you're always gonna have stuff get messed up and fixed and rearranged and changed. If anything, we can definitely count on Amazon to do is have some new stuff, new new standards, new. That's just Amazon. You feel me? Like they always doing something new, so we can count on them for that. D. Fisher says you're being pulled in a new direction for a reason. Follow your instinct and your heart. For sure, for sure. Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact, for sure, for sure. Appreciate that. Definitely will too. I have been, um, but yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna bring some of that part onto this page too. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do my what am I calling it? Preparing spiritually. I'm gonna bring that on this page. Um, but it's just, what it is for me though is I have so much vision and so many plans that sometimes that can be, all of that can actually be a hindrance and a challenge, which has been for me, has caused me to, you know, to slow down because it's so much. And I be trying to do this and do this and do this, but nah. I found it now, you know what I mean? I know the plan now. I just didn't know how my faith was going to rearrange everything. That's why I stepped off the internet, because I had to get my heart right. I knew boy, I got to get back right with the Lord. And I didn't know the direction of anything. Now I know the direction, but now it's just like, okay, carrying it out. But no, appreciate you, E. Fisher. Appreciate you. Daniel says, stand your ground, be yourself, and be proud you can achieve anything. No, that's true. That's true. That's true. But here's the thing with that. If you stand your ground against like certain thing, I don't know. I'd rather just not put myself in a position on certain things I know they stand on. If I don't stand, if I don't stand and subscribe and agree to those things, I don't know if I want to put myself in that position, because I know where they stand. I know what they believe in, and I know what they push. And when there's social things going on, it ends up in the workplace. I'm not going to just agree with everybody in the workplace, especially socially. Like there were big social things that happened last year, and it ended up in the workplace. Why are we talking about this in a huddle? I'm not going to say what it is, but why is this being brought up? It has nothing to do with work, and it has to do with just society. Why is this in here? Because everybody doesn't feel the same way about this. You know what I mean? That is the stuff. I mean, I know how to maneuver. I am great at maneuvering around stuff. And at that, I would just be quiet. You know what I mean? I don't have to give my 2 cents. But what if they said, hey, SB, you given sync today. These are what you covering. That's where it's gonna be issue. I don't agree with that. Oh, well, you don't agree? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'd rather just, but like I said, if I got an interview and I got in there, I know how to maneuver, but I don't know. At the moment, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just working, and wherever it leads is where it leads. And we'll just have to see. And then too, you got to think about this too. The higher you go up, the lies, and I know not everybody, that we've talked about this before. You got to almost be a liar the higher that you get up. The higher positions, they're almost always liars. They always lying on numbers, always lying on their projects, always lying, lying, lying. I'm not gonna do that. You feel me? Like, I can't be a follower of the Lord, just be a liar at the job. You know what I mean? Like, um, so but I'm not everybody. Of course, there's some people that does it the right way for sure. But no one can sit here and say, at least from my journey, I've seen it, not just this company, a lot of companies. The higher that I've gotten up at companies, it's always lying going on. Lying on the finances, lying on the contracts, lying on what they can deliver, lying, lying, lying for what? To get the money. Lying so they can get money. Lying so they can get the position to get money. Lying so they can finish the project to get money. And it's just, you know what I mean? Like, when I was coming up to be like a PA and all that stuff, you know what I mean? There were certain things where I was tested, and you know what I mean? No, I'm not going with that. I'm not. No, that didn't. No, that didn't. And there's some people that don't. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, but no, yeah, I would definitely stand my ground for sure, for sure. I'm up and coming. I got a long way to go. I'm not done yet. That's what's up. I'm chatting with others. Oh, got you. And no, you got a long way to go. Shoot for the stars, fam. Don't let you know what I mean. Just because I'm not really hyped up about trying to climb the ladder, that's just my opinion. I encourage people, if you want to climb the ladder, do it. I'm always about awareness, but climb the ladder, but be aware. Be aware of the turbulence that's going to come. Be aware of the challenges. And if you like me, I didn't care. I was aware of those things, but I didn't care. I wanted it and I was going to get it, period. So, but I was aware of the climate. You feel me? There's a climate that you enter and you got to navigate through when you're climbing the ladder. It ain't just roses. So no, if that's your thing, do it. You feel me? Shoot for the stars. You can do it. I'm just about awareness. Be aware. And that says, SB, how does Amazon determine who they are going to let go at the peak? I have no clue. I don't know. I would just try to, I don't know. I don't know. I would just be making sure I hit rate, make sure we do what we got to do, because I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. But then I don't think I've ever just seen a lot of people let go after peak. It's usually people who get fired. There's really no mercy. Like, if you hit zero, boop, you out. And maybe during the peak time, you had some grace or something. I don't know. I think that's going to be different at every building. I have no clue. I would just try to not be in a position to where I can cause myself to get fired. Meaning, make sure you have your hours. Don't go negative. Make sure you're hitting your breaks and being on your productivity. Because then at that point, you're doing all you can do. That's all we can do. All we can do is all we can do. Anything further than that is unhealthy. We're not going to be worried about what if. We're not going to be stressed out about what if. All we can do is what we can do. But the thing is, people lack to do what they can do. People can control their UPT, but they lack to do so, they lose their job. People can control their productivity. They lack to do so, they lose their job. People can control their UPT or no TOT. They lack to do so, they lose their job. My thing is do what you know you can do. And we can't do nothing else outside of that, Jason, what up? What up? I'm starting at a robotics fulfillment center Sunday for day one. Been watching your videos. I'm truly hoping to become an L4 at some point. Truly looking forward to growing with Amazon. That's what's up. Congrats on the new spot. That's the mindset that you want to have coming in. You know what I mean? Protect it. Keep that motivated, goal-oriented mindset. And you're just with that alone. Listen, mindset and life sets people apart. Just the mindset, not even with Amazon, in life in general, your mindset will set you apart from most people. You'll go further than most people just off your mindset in life. Now, even smaller with Amazon, your mindset will set you apart. My managers, they loved me. But it was my mindset. My work ethic backed it up for sure. You know what I mean? It spoke loud. But my mindset, I didn't complain about nothing. They needed something extra to be done. I was the first one to volunteer, even if it was something crazy. I remember one time they was like, I forgot what it was. They're like, oh, you think you'll be able to bring, because it was during like peak season, to bring, and we open up the side. You have like your, how do you explain this? Like your wrap lanes, your wrap stations. You don't really use those for peak. But anyways, they're like, oh, you think you can move all of those back to the regular lanes? I was like, yeah. And walked away to start doing that. But hold on. You can't do that. I was like, oh, I'll do it. They're like, no, you're gonna need some help. I was like, all right, well, bet. Yeah. Like, bruh, anything. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever. You feel me? Like, and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. But you go in with a mindset like that, that alone will set you apart. You got to remember, when you're moving up, it's not just your skill. Your skill plays a huge part for sure, but your mindset as a person, because I think most people trying to move up, they don't realize this, or they don't think about this. The people recruiting you, you're going to be a part of them now. Who wants to bring somebody to be a part of them if their mindset is terrible? If they complain all the time, if they are lazy all the time, there's no way that I want you to be my PG, a part of the team. There's no way I'm going to vouch for you because your mindset is trash. I don't care how dope you are. I have to work with you. You know what I mean? So that's literally going there with that mindset of winning, mindset positive. That alone is going to set you apart. Brian says, what's your current position in Amazon? How I like it. I don't put my current position on there. There's too many people that be coming across videos, and certain people are just, they do weird stuff. But if you hit me on Instagram or email me, I'll let you know on there. But do I like it? Not really. No, I think it's the worst position I've been in since Amazon, but I'm trying to look at all the positives about it. And you know what I mean? Like, could it be worse? I'm sure it could. I think so. But it's all right. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is at the moment. So Bailey or Daniel, let me see, is wrong with you? Daniel says, what is wrong with change? Nothing's wrong with change. Who said that? Well, I think consistent change, rapid change, it can be annoying sometimes. Even as a PA, when they would come and bring a new standard of work every week, it's like, bruh, you feel me? Like, that could be a little annoying sometimes. But yeah, change is going to change. Everything's going to change at some point. But yeah, I don't think nothing's wrong with change. Jay Stern says, even my manager and ops told me in the mocks it's okay to lie. See? Right. So if they say that, it's okay for you to lie on there, what are they lying about? Common sense is telling me, okay, you be lying about some stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, it's okay to lie on your metrics. Why would you say that? What type of, and you're an ops, but I've heard the same things. You know what I mean? But it's not just Amazon. All companies, I think all positions of power, you feel me? Like anything with influence and power and money, not everybody, but the higher you go up, when you start getting high, that's something that I always find lingering around is lying. And look, like you just said, I've heard that too. But okay, if that's how you think, the first thing I'm gonna think is, well, what you be lying about? What metrics did you be lying about, Mr. Ops? Trust me, I've seen a lot, so I know people be lying, you know what I mean? And it's just like, bruh, your lies are gonna unravel, fam. Like, because here's the thing. Oh my goodness, I've seen people lie. You feel me? Like, whoa. Now that's a liar. Like, you're a really good liar and it's scary. But here's the thing: it's gonna come to somebody may call you on your bluff. You feel me? Somebody may call you on your bluff. You feel me? I've called somebody on their bluff before. Because it's like, bro, you're not gonna try to outshine me with lies. And I remember, they was lying so hard. And I'm looking into it like, hold on, something seems weird here. I did a little bit of digging. Hold on. Question. I got a question real quick. Why this look like this? And why this here? And why did it is? And people were like, uh-oh, he knows. You're lying. You feel me? And it's so sad, but listen, you don't do that. That's not the best way to go. Because if you get called out on that and you got to stand on it and you've lied about it, that's, you know what I mean? Like, man, you can be dope without having to forge numbers and all that stuff, you know? And if not, then maybe you don't need to be going for that position or something. I don't know, but don't lie to get the position. That's crazy. I don't know, man. Everybody, I don't know, but that's crazy. Would you not, as a regular person, if somebody, ops pulling up, hey, you can lie on your metrics, fam. You good. I'm automatically gonna look at you wild. But you want to know? But look, by that time, you already know how they operate. I already knew how the people above me operated before they try to come to get me to do something. Because especially once you're in that PA position, that PG position, you can already see how they operate. You don't have to be right under them. You know what I mean? So, but this confirms what I've been saying. It's not just in Amazon, all these companies, once you really start getting up there, especially where the money is at. Oh yeah, people gonna lie because they want to keep their job. They want to keep and it's sad. It's the love of money. You feel me? And what's the love of money is the root of all evil. When it comes to that bag, you will see people do any and everything to get that bag, whether it be lie, whether it be give up their body, whether it be throw somebody under the bus. I've seen it all. What people, I can't even say all, but I've seen a lot what people would do for that love of money. And in the workplace, climbing the ladder, that love of money, people then done it all. But when you got to live up to it, you feel me? That's the thing. Because even, like I said, one of the most frustrating things was seeing, it sucked because do I want to go here? Nah, I'm not gonna go there. All right. Martin says, what the mess was talking about was that we had people taking out the old bins on the third floor, picking and putting new bins on that same floor. But I heard from my manager the rate is 50 or 60. Got you. But I heard something different from a PG, and now I don't know who's telling the truth about it. Yeah, I don't know. You probably just got that time will tell, you know what I mean, or speak to one of the managers or something on that one. That's wild. And that says, Daniel says, no, you don't take care of your workers. Forget the lying. Be a bad. I'm one of a kind. Wait, I'm so confused here. So you're saying don't take care of your workers? No, you don't take care of your workers. Forget the lying. Be a bad person. I'm one of a kind. I'm gonna have to read your other comments for clarity because I don't know where you're going with that one. Annette says, dang. Martin says, what a mess. I was talking about, we had people coming in to change the bins to new ones, but at that point I didn't know what to expect. Daniel says, I'm not scared of a vest. That vest ain't nothing unless you earn it. True, but it's sad because that's partially true. I hear what you're saying. What you're saying, I understand where you're coming from, but the fact is that vest do mean something. Even if they didn't earn it the right way. That's the sad part. That's the downfall of this. People do lie their way into a vest. People do certain things to get into a vest. And even though they did it, they cheated. They put the cheat code in, whatever that cheat code was, lying, sleeping with somebody, stealing somebody's idea, whatever the cheat code is, it worked for them to get in that vest. You know what I mean? That's the sad part. Now they're in that vest holds weight. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, like you said, there's nothing to be scared of though, for sure. Here's my thing, especially when people put the cheat code in to get into a vest. Just watch. Just wait. The two W's, W-2s, and I ain't talking about your work form, W-2s. Wait and watch. Almost 100% of the time, wait and watch, they fall. They fall almost 100% of the time. I can't, like, the people that I've seen put in a cheat code to get into position, almost all of them are gone. W-2, wait and watch. But you don't, you know what I mean? That's the hard part, is if they do you dirty, you got to just stand by. You know what I mean? But if you W-2 it, I can almost 100% guarantee it may take a year. Yeah, it may take 2 years, but just W-2, wait and watch. It's going to unfold for the most part. But you know what I mean? I haven't really seen nobody just finesse their way and still there to this day. I'm sure there's somebody, you know what I mean? There's always outliers, but yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be scared of nobody. Yeah, you're never scared. They're all human. Everybody's human. We all human. So it's not about being scared of it. Um, but it sucks though that a person could be a bad person or finesse their way into the vest, and now they do have the power of that vest. You know what I mean? You know, that's the sad part about it. Martin says our rate in the third floor is 50 to 60. What I heard from the manager, but the PG said something else. You go what your manager says. Definitely don't be PG. I remember all the time PG would try to say something. I'm like, yeah, for sure, for sure. I would treat him with respect. All right, bet. Cool. Got you. You PG, I got you, fam, for sure. Look, I'll watch him walk away. Hey, manager, come here real quick. Run everything by your manager, because the PG ain't got he can't even code. He barely got rights to code. He ain't even got permissions for certain things. You do what the manager say. You feel me? The PG. They be out here thinking they Jeff Bezos himself. Oh man, I miss the warehouse. Brian says, I remember after peak, they let go 110 seasonal associates. All of them complained on the VOA board, but they didn't care. That's deep. Yeah, that sucks. And yeah, that sucks. That's why, man, try to have an idea of something else, somewhere else to go if anything hits the fan. And that says, I do not think Amazon is going to be busy at all this year. People do not have money. We are tapped out. I've been with Amazon for 4 years and we have never been this slow. And it is only, I think, going to get worse. No, I can see that happening. I think that could happen. But I mean, here's the thing that could happen, Annette. We got a new president's coming into office. Oh, well, that's after peak season, though, right? I don't know. I think it's gonna be a normal peak. I think so. But you're right. You can be absolutely right, and this could be a slow peak. You're right. That's a possibility for sure. Could be. But we don't got to wait too long to find out. We'll know within the next month where we're kind of, how we're going. So we'll see. I won't be surprised. That's what I'll say. I won't be surprised either way it goes. If it is busy, I wouldn't be surprised. If it's not busy, I wouldn't be surprised. Jay Williams says, one thing I experienced as a PA, management had a problem when I didn't micromanage or push associates to overwork. I didn't coach bottom performers if they still went above what we asked for. I feel that. One thing I experienced as a PA, management had a problem when I didn't micromanage or push associates. I never had that problem. Not that I could remember. But I think it's because my team, my leadership team knew how I moved. You know what I mean? Like, and we always brought forth the greatest of numbers, especially on outbound when I was more so a seasoned PA. I never had that problem. You know what I mean? Like the way that I operated was just, there was no reason to change it. And I've always led with the way of, I don't know, I would like encourage and push people up. You know what I mean? I don't know. I never had to micromanage, you know what I mean? Like, and I was never encouraged. I wasn't really encouraged to do that. But I can see that happening for sure. You know what I mean? So some AMs, they got that pressure over them. And the only way that they think they're going to get numbers is by micromanaging and doing all this stuff, but we move different. and we always exceeded the bar, so. But I'm not surprised to hear that though at all. Jason says, honestly what? I think he left out a word. Oh. Martin says, being on my facility for a year makes me feel like there's not good communication with their certain areas, I think you mean, but everyone keeps blaming each other for their mistakes. Yeah, when nobody's taking accountability for what's taking place, that's not good. But all you can do is cover yourself and make sure you do the best you can do, and you're not, at that point, that's all you can do. Got to cover yourself and let the chips fall where they fall until it's going to take somebody to come in and be the example, lead the way, and until then, you just got to let the chips fall where they fall. And that says, you need to be a preacher, SB. That's your calling. You are very intelligent, man. Hey, all glory to God, man. I appreciate that. I was, and a long time ago, I was a junior high pastor. That was the best job I ever had. Facts, that's factual. Because I think, it has to do with your purpose. When you're doing what your purpose to do, you know what I mean? Like, you wake up ready every day, So I appreciate that. And that definitely appreciate that. What's going on? I'm gonna have to call you Deloma. What up, Deloma? Is assistant manager position L4? It depends what the job title says. I'm an L4, but I'm not an area manager, nor an assistant manager. So it should tell you what it says on the job position that you inquired of, put your resume in, applied for. I don't know, because there's L4s with different titles. My L4 is a different title job position than an area manager. So that's going to determine on what the job description is titled that you put in for. I'm not sure. But an area manager would be an L4. Assistant manager position L4. I've never heard of a job description called the assistant manager. I've never seen that. And the only thing, the closest thing I've seen to assistant manager would be the process assistant, and they're not titled assistant manager. So I'm not sure, unless that's a new thing that I'm not aware of. But yeah, I'm not aware of that job title. Oh, everybody who's tuned in, if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Yeah, all that good stuff. Jay Weezy. Another thing I experienced is management looking out for their own. I can't align myself with snakes. Facts. Biased for sure. I've seen that a lot. Absolutely seen that at all companies, though. You feel me? But I've seen that with this company too, for sure. You see the alliances, and certain people get away with certain things more so than somebody else. They'll show grace to this person, get that person terminated. I'll code your time, this person no. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give this person the indirect job that's easy. This one's gonna get the hard job. Yeah, for sure. But you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. But that's something that takes place in the workplace in general. You know what I mean? That's not like in Amazon. That's a work experience thing that I've seen. But not everybody does that. I didn't do that. Obviously, you didn't do that. But I'm not gonna lie and say you know what I mean? Like, I gave it to, it would depend on more than just your work. You know what I mean? Like, even if you got the job done, as I was talking about earlier, if you were a superstar on the floor, but your attitude was trash, you're not going to be working next to me. I don't care how great you are. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have somebody, I'd rather have somebody with a great attitude that I can teach to get the job done, instead of a superstar player with a terrible attitude. Nah, you can be a superstar on your workstation. I'll take Steve Kerr. No, Steve Kerr was dope. Who was dope? That wasn't Jordan. Jordan, you stay on your station. I'm gonna take the guy on the bench that nobody knows your name, that has a good attitude and willing to learn. But what you're saying, that's a little different. And yeah, for sure. That happens in the workplace in general, for sure. And you're saying you can't align yourself with snakes. So you more so talking about the snake side of it. Facts. Yeah. That birds of a feather flock together. My goodness. In the workplace, that's a fact. That's a fact. That should be a blog in itself. I think I'll do it just because I'm trying to go. I wanted to start going crazy on putting blogs out. I think I might do that one. Birds of a feather flock together. Let me go ahead and write that down. But that's a fact, and that's so funny because yeah, the manager that was really, certain managers that would be on some snakish type stuff. See who they put in position, and then you start to find out they operate the same. That's why they put them in position, because they move the same. Crazy. You absolutely, man. They move the same. They move the same. Birds of a feather flock together, even in the workplace, whether that be the management side, whether that be the employer side, the employee side. Say somebody who's a super gossiper. I wouldn't hang around with them, nor anybody they hang around with, because birds of a feather flock together. You know what I mean? I feel you. Jay Weezy, I agree. No one can be trusted, right? What's the difference between a PA and assistant manager? Please, advice. There is no assistant manager, so that's one thing. There's no assistant manager at Amazon. To me, the closest thing that fits the role of an assistant manager would be the PA. I don't know why they just didn't give it that title. Maybe because they didn't want that manager title on there, which makes sense. But I think the closest thing that fits a assistant manager title, in my opinion, would be the PA position. Listen, I'm not a spokesman of the company. I'm not a representative of the company of any way, shape, or form. Just my opinion and my journey. But yeah. And so there is no assistant manager. So that's one difference. There is none. And I think the only thing that makes the PA, process assistant, not the assistant manager is only the name. Like, if you just slap that title on there, that name on there, it makes sense. It makes absolute sense, you know? Bailey says, thanks. I knew it. Wait, my bad. I don't know what we talking about. What you say? Let me see if I can scroll up. Oh, the vest. Okay, got you. Ain't my first rodeo. I really do appreciate what you do. Help rural Amazonians appreciate their job that much more. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I'm glad it's beneficial. I appreciate that. Honestly, many companies as a whole take their work expenditure issues out on the workers. But see, that's an issue. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sucks that it's like that, but that's an issue. That's a leadership issue. That's a person issue. I was always criticized for being the one improving profits. Call centers and USPS just cared about overcharging, right? Yeah, but that's a sad thing, because I've seen a tremendous return, way greater return ROI. You feel me? When I treated people like humans, I've always got a greater return on my investment, on my people investment. As a leader, I've always gotten a greater investment when I've actually treated them like humans. And instead of, and I don't know, instead of how some, I don't know. I don't want to get, but you know what I mean. I think it should definitely be more leadership training for leaders. you know, but there's some things you can't get just by training in the classroom. Like, one of the things I always see breaks these managers, straight out of college managers. Yeah, a lot of people stress. I've seen it break them, literally just shut them down, tears immediately. I'll just shake I've seen it a few times. Like, I won't smile, but I'll be like, "You all right? You all right?" You know what I mean? Had to give people a hug, had to walk them off the floor, go the way nobody can see them, so they don't see the leader crying, and have them go in the restroom. Leadership, man, is I think it should definitely be more invested into the leaders and managers on the way that they should operate, but that's just my opinion. Get some rest, bro. I'm good. I'm gonna be up until like 4 o'clock tonight. I got a documentary I want to watch. I'm not going to sleep, my dude. I'm not tired. I was just actually putting in some work today. Like, I was over here in the studio. I was getting it in. I got some work done. I need to, but I can't stay up too late today because tomorrow I'm off. So I plan to do vlogs on, I'm trying to do like 20 SB vlogs, 20 of my faith-based vlogs. I'm trying to do the most tomorrow. So I can't be up too late, but I'm gonna at least be up to like two, at least two. But good looking though, Daniel. I'm not tired. I'm like awake. I'm good. Martin says, I'm not part of that situation / bad communication with managers and other people, but I just listening when I can, but I don't give my opinion because I might blend in with that situation. Yeah, don't ever give your opinion. If possible, don't ever give your opinion. Oh my goodness. When people just start talking bad about management, go away. Just go away. Because I've seen people, just by you being there, they'll try to throw you under the bus if they out to get you. People are shady in the workplace, especially if you a threat. If you a threat, it's sad how you have to move in the workplace because people are just slimy. That's the only word to describe them in the workplace. When you're like, especially it's usually when you're a threat or when, you know what I mean? Like when you're an A1 worker, a lot of people don't like that. And you're shining, the management loves you. There's just some people that do not like that. People are slimy, little slimy people in the workplace. So yeah, just when people start talking crazy about management, just make your exit. Like, all right, y'all, I gotta hit the restroom. Yeah, man. Hey, all right, y'all, I'm out. Get up out of there, man, because people are slimy. Deloma says, I am offered a job as an assistant manager. Oh, so you're offered an assistant manager job. This is new to me. Wow, I have no clue. I've never heard of that. Oh, you're at a FC department is RSR. Okay, shout out to RSR. Could you please let me know what kind of responsibilities and tasks this position is required to do? I have no clue, fam. No clue. I'm sorry about that. Never heard of that. So I'm sorry about that. Assistant manager, same as PA, but admin work and they're hourly. So okay, makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Because the PA is doing the assistant's job. So okay, Deloma says thanks. Right. Dope. Does assistant manager need to do picking, sorting, packing, etc.? I don't think so. You're more so, in my opinion, you'll be over that unless the head count was needed. There's times where management will hop in there and go pack if they need to, if the head count has dropped for the day. You know what I mean? They got CPTs or something that has to go out. So it's possible. That's why in your, in the application, the job description, they say, are you able to lift 50 pounds or whatever they say that number is? Because, maybe there will be times where you have to go do something. Every department I've been in, there's been times where the manager, when I was in Stowe, there was times where the managers went to go Stowe. When I was in AFE Pack, there was times when the managers all hit the floor and packed, or they all hit the floor and was on the slam station. I got a husky now too. Oh gosh, he in here wilding out in the room. So there may be a slight time where you do that, but you're not going to stay doing that because you guys are the chess players. You guys are moving the pieces. You guys are above the board game, watching everything and moving the pieces that have to be moved. You know what I mean? So that's not going to be your main thing that you're doing, but I'm sure there'll be times where you might have to hop in to do so. Good evening. What up? Work hard with job and career. What's good with you? Where Fox says, nope. If you have a manager title, you're pretty much exempt from working. You can absolutely work, but you're not advised to, especially sites with pit machines. So yeah, if you have that manager title, yeah, it's not you're not a regular associate to where that's your job for the day. Like, you're stowing over here. No, but as I said, I've seen every department I've been in. I've seen a manager get their hands dirty. I think it's best to do that. Like, who are you? How are you leading somebody in the battle and they ain't seen your fighting skills? You know what I mean? Like, I used to fire my team up because it was needed sometimes. Like I'll go in, hop in, boom, kill it. They like, oh, snaps, like, and it hypes them up. And it always feels good when I was a regular associate and I seen managers hop in. Oh, snaps, they out here fighting with me. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's dope. But don't get it twisted though. I've seen managers get put on the floor because the senior came out there. They about to miss a gang of CPTs because head count dropped. Hey, all managers on the floor during break to stow. I've seen it. All managers report to pack stations because we packing while they're on break. I've seen it. But it's not nothing crazy. It's not, you know what I mean? That's not your job duty for the day. You'll be trained on those paths. Yep, that's a fact. Shout out to Warfox. Daniel says, outbound doc PA. I swear I feel like a PG. I'm consistently CPT chasing and I have no PG. That's what I be saying. Shout out to the doc. That's definitely, I think, the wildest part of the building. For sure. I want to learn more, but consistently getting told it got busy. Sorry, there's nobody to cover my position in order for me to learn something else. That sucks. For real. That does suck. I think the best thing that you can do, especially if you plan on moving up, try to get out of that position as soon as possible. You're a PA, I think. Yeah, you're a PA. I would, okay, you can't learn, bet. The dope thing about being an area manager is you don't have to learn positions to be an area manager. So I think your main focus, if you're trying to move up, should not be to learn other positions, but what do I have to do to get in position to get into this AM position? You know what I mean? And ask your manager that, because now you hold them accountable. If they do say, but there's nothing to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's just continue to kill it. But it's not like they can say, oh, learn this, this, and this, because we got people coming in from college that don't know nothing about anything, and they come in as area managers. And guess who teaches them? You. You, soldier boy, you teach them how to do this stuff, right? So you should immediately go to your manager and, not angry at them, but just like, instead of your main request being, I want to learn, your main request should be, if this is your goal, how do I get myself in position to get the next AM slot opened up? You know what I mean? Because you don't need to learn anything to get that. Unless you're trying to just stay a PA, then that's understandable. Then yeah, that's a different conversation. But if your goal is to move up, your main question shouldn't be, I want to learn more. You know what I mean? Your main communication to them should be, what do I have to do to get in position to get slotted for this AM position, you know? Because here's why. There's a lot of people that know how to do everything and they don't get a promotion. They know how to problem solve, slam, pack, and get moved from here. Oh, go do gift wraps. Yes, sir. Oh, we need you over here to be a chaser. Yes, sir. We need you to problem solve. Yes, sir. And guess who never gets a promotion? Them. Because you actually make it harder for yourself to get promoted because you become too valuable. You become too valuable to the point they like, snaps, how are we going to replace this person? Because they do the job of 5 people. But Deloma says, thank you very much for the explanation. I am currently working as an analyst and switching to assistant manager position very soon. I was a bit hesitant because I have read a lot of negative comments. I feel you. Don't try not to go. You're going to shape it. You can only control your mindset. Yeah. Don't worry about the negative comments, all that stuff. You go in there with a positive mindset, positive outlook, and you'll be good. You'll be good. Miguel says, SB, another thing is people need to count the costs prior to being in leadership. Facts. But see, the only cost they count is their pockets. That's the only cost they count. They don't be thinking about nothing else, about what they get paid. And that ain't even a lot. It ain't nothing crazy, but I don't know. Yeah, it should be. I think there should be more investment. Like they should be, but maybe they do. I know they be having a lot of K-nets. That's a fact. I remember because I was a PA, so I would, I was always hand in hand with my managers. they would be having a lot of K-nets for sure. But K-nets is just, I don't know. Anyways. Warfox says, Jaloma, I'm a salaried AM. Our roles won't be much of a different, but a salary position. I have a lot more time responsibility. Trust me, it'll be worth it. At start, it will feel weird, but in the long run, you'll enjoy it. Osbo says, do full benefits come with working a part-time flexible shift? I'm not sure on that. I think to be for sure, you probably just have to talk to HR. I would say yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. I'm not even going front. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. If anybody knows or you think you have an idea for Osbo, let them know in the comment section. Deloma says, thank you so much. Warfox and SB, of course, of course. Martin says, SB, do you listen to any hip-hop music? If so, let me ask you this. The Chronic by Dr. Dre or The Dog Father by Snoop Dogg? No. I think hip-hop, rap music has been a weapon against my people, man. The Black American community, rap has destroyed it. It was once fun. You know what I mean? Like it started off as a fun thing, fun music. It was just, we were people oppressed. So that was something that we used to escape that oppression or even to voice that oppression. But at some point it was weaponized against my community to where now all they talk about is stealing, killing, destroying stuff. So I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that at all because I believe it's an agenda behind it. You look at who funds it. It's a lot of money behind that. That's a whole, you're gonna have me open up a can right now. You feel me? But I don't stand with it. I don't like it because of what it does to my people. You feel me? To the Black community, it destroyed us. That set us back so much in all areas. Our mindset, most importantly, that destroyed my people's mindset. Destroyed it. Just to be worried about money, cars, chains, and all. Look at how Black Americans were in the 60s and 50s, not really 60s, but like the 50s and 40s as a people, the family unit, their mindset to today. And you can trace that directly back to this trash music that gets pushed. See, I'm finna go there. I don't want to go there right now. But no, I almost hate rap music, but I do it because that comes from my people. Like it's very influential. It could be inspiring, but I hate the destructiveness behind it. Like the 2 CDs you just named, destructive to a whole generation of people who look like me, my people. Both of them CDs, you know what I mean? So, but if I take all of that aside and just talk about the music, when I did because I was a victim to this. This is why I speak like this, is because I was a victim of rap music. Come on, man, get up off my screen. All right. I was a victim of rap music. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel the way I do it so passionately about my dislike against it. But if it was just talent wise, I don't know. I think one of the dopest beats ever was on that Chronic CD, that Still Dre, I think it's called. It's just, you know what I mean? I can't look past it. What it did to my people, I dislike all of it because it literally destroyed Black American people. Facts. I can't think of anything else that single-handedly destroyed Black American people than rap music. And not just rap music, because like I said, it was created from our oppression and all that, but the weaponization of it and the funding of it. You feel me? That's what I dislike about it. And I know, sorry, this is this is supposed to be a fun question, but that's a topic right there that literally destroyed my people. So I don't even, I can't like either one of them. But the Chronic, you feel me? The beats, it's just, but all right. I'm just gonna move on from that one. Yeah. Shout out to you though, Martin. Because it sucks. But that's one reason why I rap. I try to be an example. You feel me? Because we don't have no examples. You feel me? What examples do we have in the rap game? We don't have none. We used to have a little bit of an example, but it's all that stuff is 90% of it is pushing death against my people. Who they killing? They say, I kill a hitter, I kill an N-word. That's all they talking about, killing is people that look like me. All the songs, Every one of them for 20, 40 years now. That's all. Oh, I got this B. Oh, she my B. Like, man, that stuff is destructive. Destroyed my people, man. Sorry, I'm passionate about that. All right. War Fox says, dilemma, no problem. Be nice to your PAs. They'll carry you. Facts. They'll carry you or they'll drag you down. Facts. Be nice to them. Shit. Shout out to War Fox. I've seen some PAs make their AM's life long and dry. Shout out to War Fox. Great advice. Hold on, let's put that back on there. Great advice, War Fox. Be nice to your PAs. And it's not just be nice. You feel me? Like, man, really be authentic with them. You know what I mean? Like all my AMs, I've always had some authentic AMs. And he's right. That made me as a PA, I was all like, man, take a longer break. Oh, I'm about to go on lunch. I bet. Take a long lunch because I want to run this. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like when you got a team like that, you guys are both looking out for each other. It's literally, it don't get no better than that. Facts. All right. Miguel says, yep, that's an example of manager versus leader. Right. Come on, Miguel. That's what I'm talking about. Tell him. Dilemma says, I will definitely empower others and believe and treat others the way you want to be treated. I live by that principle. Facts. You'll win. You'll do great. You'll do great. If you keep that mindset, you'll do great. Was that chorizo? I think that's it. Hey, just had HR take away 180 hours of UPT. Is that something they fix themselves? Go talk to them, fam. Talk to them quick. That's crazy. 180 of them? I'm thinking about to say 7 hours. My dude said 180 hours. Yeah, that's too much. I'm going to HR if I see an hour missing. Excuse me, HR. I'm knocking on doors. I'm pulling up to offices. Hey, cuckoo. Come here real quick. Y'all took an hour. I need that back. Oh, sorry, we'll fix it. I need that back by like tomorrow though. Because no, but was that chorizo? Yeah. Go talk to them. That's too much. That's too much. Go ahead and talk to them. War Fox, my offer, or Dilemma says the War Fox, my offer letter says your salary will be 0 per hour. I believe I'm salaried employed. Not sure though. From what I've been told, many OMs from RSR sites, assistant manager position hourly, maybe depends on site due to their cost code. Nice. Direct. Check with the direct manager listed on the offer letter. Yeah, that's right there. Check with them for sure. Sounds good. But I'm 9% hourly role. Otherwise, having AM and AM, right. What would be the difference of that? You're gonna be sent to 81. Nice. You're always verify. I'm giving you info based on what I've heard. Facts. Always verify for sure. Jay Wee said that music industry topic is always a hot one. Facts. That's a facts, man. I dislike it with a passion because when you you see to realize they're not like they're why is it they're oh my gosh. Like yeah, it is a topic. It's like where do you even start with that topic, man? It's garbage. It's garbage. And I feel the way I feel about it because, my people, Black American people, was really affected by that. The whole world now is affected by it for sure. But not like my people. We were destroyed as a people. Like I'm saying, look at Black Americans in the 40s and 50s. My guy, it's a total different people now. From the way they dress, they move, they talk, the family unit, values, everything has been changed. You look at the Black American today and it's mirrored this trash music. But then the thing is, people would usually point at the artist. You have to go above that. It's these labels, the people funding that stuff. They're all the people funding it. They're not even from the community. So they're funding people to push death upon. It's just wicked, and it's wicked all around. It's crazy, nasty work. What they say, diabolical work. You feel me? Like, yo, this is diabolical. So yeah, like I said, the music industry is garbage, trash. I hate it. I don't hate it, but I just hate what it did to my people. You know what I mean? because the mind is everything. The mind is all you got. You feel me? If the mind is trash, your body's going to be trash. Your mind is trash. There's your mind is everything. That music, it surpasses your conscious. That stuff goes straight to the subconscious. That like music is way powerful than more than what people think it is. They've done studies on it. And they used to have studies, way more studies online about it. They scrubbed a lot. That music is powerful. Think about it. Whenever we want to do something, music low key, there's a music to like. Think about when you would get. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. All right. What'd you say? Hold on, let me hit this water. Thanks, SB and Workbox. See you tomorrow. Have a good one, fam. Have a good one. You're welcome. Speaking of HR, my facility, they had to change their timing from 7 to 12. Is that anything? I have no clue. Yeah, that's deep. I have no clue, fam. Give it a few months and there won't be HR on site. They're moving everything to A to Z. Dumbest thing. Right. I agree. I wouldn't be surprised at all. That's why I said the most secure position is those entry levels. You feel me? The entry level position is the most secure position. I've been saying that. Jay Weezy said, I've been changing the music I listen to. Yes. Yes, that's a fact. Yeah. And me too. You feel me? As a follower of the Lord, as somebody being motivated. But see, I've always done music. I'm black. You feel me? We don't got to be. You feel me? Being in the hood, you got a few options. You rapping, you balling, you gang banging, you selling drugs. Sadly to say, that's really the options that we're brainwashed to go in. So I've always listened to rap and participated in rap. And I've always, I don't want to say I've always knew like the extent of the influence of music, but to a certain degree, especially when I started doing it. When I started doing music, that's when I really realized, you feel me? Like, because when I first was doing music, I wasn't for the Lord or nothing like that. I was just like all the other rappers. I was just following their footsteps, what they're put there to do, so that we follow their footsteps. But when I started doing it, that's when I found out the power of music over people, especially like, I hate to say it, females. Like, it's just the power of perception. You feel me? Like my MySpace and all that stuff was popping, music, all that stuff, and the perception of that. It's the power. That's why certain artists, they go on tour, right? And they can have, let's say a lady goes to their concert, she could be married and everything. She'll drop everything for Chris Brown. Say they won't. Say they won't. And she'll be married 90 years. She's 72 or 94. She been married 86 years. Go to a Chris Brown concert. Chris Brown walk down the lane, say, hey, come to the back with me. Bruh, I've seen people change because the power of perception when it comes to music. I've seen it. That's one thing that made me never trust females, because I've been on the other side of that. It's a power of perception that's wicked. It's crazy. It causes people to do stuff they've never done. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? And I've been an artist, so I've seen that before. And but anyway, so yeah. Changing the music you listen to is definitely, I mean, when we drinking, you playing a certain music to set the atmosphere. When you ready to fight, I remember, I'll never forget, one time I was faded. It was a long time ago, right? Before I knew the Lord and all that. It was me and two homies. We was riding around, we was just rolling around the streets. Why were we riding around the streets in the middle of the night? We was riding around the streets in the middle of the night for no reason. Don't know. We was smoking. That's what it was. We was riding and smoking. It was we were laughing and all that stuff, right? Some song was playing. And then guess what came on? As we was talking, what came on? How'd the beat go again? I forgot. I can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to mess with me. Da, 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 da. And guess what happened? We went from laughing and smiling to quiet. Literally mean mugging, looking out the window. And then I stopped like, bruh, what are we doing right now? We started laughing. But I never forgot that moment. We was ready to put hands on the next person we seen when we was just joyful. But the ambitions as a rider came on, immediately stopped our conversation, no talking, and we out here looking out the window, looking to hop out on somebody. For what? That's that power of that music, my guy. You feel me? And people will always say, it's just music. It's just music. You're blind. You're lost and you don't know what you're talking about. I've done music a long time. I know the power of music. You blind if you think that. That's why, remember, and back in my day, no, all right, let me change the topic. Let me finish reading your comment. All right, artists I used to be a fan of have been getting darker. Ritualistic performances, I'm not cool with it. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. They definitely pushing an agenda for sure. That stuff is wicked. That's a fact. And then just listen to the words. You just gotta listen to the words, you know. Pat the Gamer says, yo, SB, what up, Big Pat? What to do, my guy? Hope all is well with you. Away team is happening next up. Let's go. Hey, Pat the Gamer finally going on the away team. Let's go. I'm proud of you, my dude. Happy for you. Let us know when you go, because that's official. Definitely want to get your feedback on that. Congrats. Shout out to Pat. What's that? Blue Bandana 89. He says, SB, do you think it's possible to listen to that type of music and it not affect you in a bad way? Yes, if you're okay, here's the thing. Yes and no. Because yes, if you're aware of it, but even when you're aware of it, it can still affect you. Because all right, the last time I played something, I can't remember, but I'm sure I threw some. I'm keeping 100. I'm sure I threw on some Wayne at the gym. And one reason why I'm not gonna lie, I would try to pop in and listen to him is because not even his artistry. He's the only one that I've felt challenged by. I'm not saying I'm like some dope dude, but somebody who I thought just got crazy bars has been him. So rappers don't inspire me. Absolute garbage rappers out here. But his wordplay was just crazy. So there'd be times like where I'd be like, let me see what he doing over here. And it's just like he be going in. I'd be like, yo. But even with me being aware just of the influence, it's like, all right, I gotta, you feel me, be sure I'm not letting this impact me. But let's say I'm at the gym. If I'm hitting some weights, even though I'm aware of it, if somebody come up and they just look, in an instant, I can feel some type of way and check myself. Let me why am I feeling like I need to be staring at this dude? Because of that poison in my ear. So yeah, you can be aware of it, but it can still, that's how you know it's something with the music, my guy. It's still going to affect you, even if you're aware of it. That's just the way it does that. How many people went to jail listening to My Ambitions as a Writer? How many people went to jail listening to that drill music? Bro, look at what drill music did when it came out. Look at what drill music did when it came out. What was everybody doing in the hoods? Drilling, riding around. Bro, that's death music. But nobody ever goes back to the music. They don't ever trace it back to there. They do, but then people always refract it and place it somewhere else. Oh, it's not that. It's not that. And the government will never trace it back to the music because they're using it, in my opinion. Because how do we have these songs talking about terrorist acts? These are terrorists. These artists is absolute terrorists. I walk around with the heater on my chest, cock back, bang, I hit the lady on the left. Boom, boom, boom. Why is this being played on TV? Why are we funding death music? That's not, That's not suspicious to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, and they fund it with a lot of money and promote it to the masses. That makes no sense. And it's not like we have to listen to that because there's nothing else outside of that. Music back in the day was not on all of that, and it was still all over the place. It's an agenda behind it. You know what I mean? So I'm passionate about it because it affects my people the most. And I do it. I do the music. You know what I mean? But that industry is a wicked industry, fam. It's a wicked industry. And look at the fruit of it. You feel me? Look at, especially with drill music, because that's like one of the most recent changes that was, I think, very evident to see. We got to see it birth and we got to see the fruit of it like quick. That stuff went super viral in these hoods, Chicago, New York, and all that. And look at that. There was people literally driving around recording themselves. Rah, 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 rah. Yeah, they was already shooting, but that stuff skyrocketed. You know what I mean? It's trash. It's trash, man. I would just try not to listen to it. But I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. You know what I mean? I don't though. I don't be meditating on that stuff because I listen. When I was getting ready for something, let's say, especially back in the day, I was like a player, right? So I would purposely meditate on Lil Wayne, Fabulous, all the players. Why? So I can be in that mindset. When it came to me doing something, all right, I'm in my grind mode. I would purposely listen to certain people. This is what these rappers are. You ready? Y'all not ready, but this is what they really are. They're programmers. It sounds crazy, but think about it. They are literally programming people. And you know when is this how scary it gets? I know it's scary when you can look at somebody and be like, oh, she listened to Nicki Minaj. How you know? Because she looked like her. That's programming. How do people start looking like the artist they listen to? Programming. And then you go talk to him and she sounds just like her. I forgot how she talked. You know how Nicki Minaj talked. How many of us talk to somebody that wasn't Nicki Minaj and they sound just like her? They changed their whole personality and make it like hers. Well, how about if I told you she didn't change that? That programming. Who's your programmer? You feel me? That's listen, this music, it just how does one turn into the person? The Nicki Minaj. I remember when Wiz Khalifa was first coming out and everybody started bleaching their hair like him and talking like him and walking like him. Programmed. But it makes sense. Look, when NWA came out and all the gangbanging music came out, everybody, yeah, there were certain people, oh, it's a reflection of the hood. You blind. What that did, it's projected the image and it only grew and replicated what they were being projected. They programmed hundreds of thousands of people all over the world to now become gangsters. You feel me? That's why rap will never stop because it's being used propaganda for sure. All right. Yeah. I'm going in on my faith page. Y'all better follow me. I got a series coming. I'll probably just wait until I do it. Yeah, but I'm going in on the industry, just on all this type of stuff, but like really gonna go in topic by topic. I'm probably doing this page too, just being honest, but we'll see. Warfox says, had to do a sit down on the PA a few days ago because I asked him to take a look at the doc. He said, it's not my job. He said, that ain't my job, boss man. He was a pick PA. I thought it was weird that none of the people are working as a team, just on their own world. I can understand that, but I've never seen a PA do that. Right. That's probably a PA who doesn't care anymore. Because most PAs, especially when they first start, they'll do any and everything because they're trying to move up. But once they don't care no more, they like, no, that's not my job. I've seen that. You know, that's probably sounds like somebody who tried to crack that ceiling to get in that L4 and it didn't crack. So they said, no, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing everybody else's job. I'm not going above and beyond because nobody does that for me. When I need the extra help, who comes over here to help me? Nobody. You feel me? I'm not like that, but I've seen that, and that's just my perspective. It could be something totally different, but it's like, at what point, some people have breaking points. That for the day, that could have just been his breaking point. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm cool. Who knows what he was dealing with that whole day? If he was dealing with all type of extra stuff, and then now somebody's asking him to do something extra when he finally got some downtime, he was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm not doing that. But I don't know. I know you didn't say he's a seasonal. Is that what that said? It's okay. He's seasonal. Oh man, yeah, he's probably at his end wits. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, I'm done. Because yeah, doing that as a seasonal is crazy. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, hilarious. All right. Path and Gamer says it really soon. It really soon. Oh, it's really soon in like a few weeks. Nice. Enjoy, fam. Keep us posted on that. Jay Williams says the government knows music is extremely influential. Look at all the music artists they brought out to get votes. Right. 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 You feel me? And that's why this topic is so huge. But yes, Jay Weezy, facts. And then especially for the Black community. Why did they only bring out ratchet people? They didn't bring out no Talib Kweli, Common, even though they got some ratchet stuff too, but they bring out Cardi B, I guess. What's the little redhead girl? Her name's Red, Lady Red or something. Y'all know her name. For the presidential election, why are you bringing out all these ratchet people to try to win the Black vote? Listen, there was a president that said, never mind. Let me see. They will never give us a good leader. All the good leaders that we had, they took their lives once they went against and stood on their own and decided not to go with the agenda. All those artists are controlled. They said it themselves. Let me stop. I'm going. All right. Let me see if I can find this president's quote who said this. Man, I can't find it. Who said that? Sorry, I ain't gonna say it then. All right. The government knows. Yeah, they know. It's a military complex that surrounds the government. When you go look at Lauryn Hill, if you can still find her interviews that talk about that, why? Bro, is not what people think it is. We're in the matrix, like literally in the matrix. And yes, the government knows it, the government funds it, you know what I mean? And some of them people are agents themselves. They're paid by the government. How can T.I. get caught with all these army guns and get out? A Black American. I got a cousin locked up. He been locked up for I don't know how long just because somebody said he had a gun in Texas. And these artists get T.I. caught with 12 army guns, grenade launchers, and you on the streets free? And it ain't just the rappers, it's the very top of these gangs as well. Government ties. These rappers, government ties. Why? To push the agenda onto the people. That's why they can do whatever they want and get out and get away with it, or get a slap on the wrist and do a year in protective custody. You feel me? And PC. You feel me? Yeah, the government knows and they use it. These prisons are private prisons for profit. And then you look into the ties between the record industries, not the artists, the CEOs, and the prison industry. They're locked in. They're one and the same. So it makes sense why they push this death upon these people, because then they fill the prison. Then even it's a cycle. But yeah, it's very influential. Look at all the music artists they brought out to get votes, right? But then you got blind sheep who are like, oh, it's only music. Oh yeah, he said he sold his soul to the devil, but it's only he didn't really. That's what they be saying. Goofy blind people. Oh, it's just shock value. It's just saying that. That's not what really happened. Blind. Absolutely blind. Crazy. All right. I'll be out on the away team in December. Oh, you chilling. You leaving peak season to go on? I did that one time. I did a peak season on the away team. Oh man, it was beautiful. And hilarious. War Fox said he's a seasonal. How you gonna act like that when you're seasonal? Right. 100% facts. He probably didn't want it, you know what I mean? Or he's not aware on how it works, but it looks like he's gonna find out. That's crazy. Yeah, seasonal, crazy, nasty word. That's crazy. Sexy red. There you go. Right. But see, it's not them though. Yeah, she plays her part, but she's just playing the part. We always gotta follow the money. These artists are just puppets. They be selling their soul though. Let's not get it twisted. They play their part, but it goes back up to the money. We always follow the chain of you follow the dollar. Those people, them CEOs is really the issue. First of all, y'all not even in our community. Why do you guys fund all this music promoting poison to my community? You're not a part of this community. This don't look right. These artists are just the face of the message being pushed. When you look at the people pushing it, none of them reflect the community. It's a wicked game, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I dislike her and her message, but she's just the puppet. You feel me? That's what they always want to do. That's why we have the left wing, right wing when it's the same bird. It's always an illusion. It's the unseen hand. Because when Sexy Red leaves, the same unseen hand controlling people are going to put another Sexy Red there. You feel me? When Eazy-E dies, they're going to replace him with the next gangster rapper like they did. When one drill rapper dies, the unseen hand who's controlling it puts another one there to continue the goal. You know? So that's why I don't really the artists, yeah, they play their part. Like I said, they got blood on their hands for sure. But it's the unseen, it's the people behind the scenes, the small few people that no one can talk about. When you talk about them, you lose everything. Them people that run it all, they're the ones that need to get called out. You know what I mean? Because they never change. Just the faces, the puppets on the puppet string is what changes, but not the puppet hand that's controlling it. Because let's say with Sexy Red, right? All right, we all frustrated. Let's get her out of here. She leaves. They're gonna bring another one right in. You know what I mean? But I feel you, because look what they're doing to the people, to especially our community. I don't know. I think if you Black American, look what they're doing to our community, destroying the mind of people that look like her. Is you know what I mean? So I feel you. I don't like that at all either. Right. No, I agree. I wouldn't say, hate for sure. Because you shouldn't hate people, but she gets on my nerve for sure. But that's what it's like, a righteous anger, because she's destroying little girls that's looking up to her. So I hear you for sure, for sure. But it's bigger than her. You know what I mean? She's just a puppet on the string. Yeah, blood is on her hands for sure. But she's just a puppet. Once she leaves, there's gonna be another one right behind her that the unseen hand, the small few, are gonna put in position. You know what I mean? Pat the Gamer says this away team has been pending since February 20th. No, the launch date gets changed sometimes. It does. Right. But someone worse that's willing to. Right. I think they all are though. Like, man, that industry, it's not what people think it is. You know what I mean? It ain't what people think it is, man. It's not what they think it is. Like I'm saying, people think oh, Diddy, like he was exposed. Bruh, that's the whole industry. You know what I mean? The whole industry does that. It's just It's diabolical. It's the word that they say. It's diabolical. What's really going on behind the scenes. Pat the Gamer says at least it's all official now, right? At least you got a date. You in there? You good to go? All right, y'all. We had 2 hours and 30 minutes. We had a good live tonight. Yo. We'll probably end it there. If you haven't hit that like button yet, hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet. I think that's all you're supposed to do, right? But we're gonna be live again next Thursday. I've had a vlog I've been waiting to post. It's about, is the PA still the golden position? I just didn't have time to edit it. I should hopefully be posting that tomorrow, but if not, be sure to hit the notification bell. I'm trying to get back in gear of kicking out these vlogs. Like I said, I had to just take some time to learn this new position that I'm in. So I'm pretty solid there now. So try to pull some time to put back into the channel. So be sure hit that notification bell. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're gonna be live next week as well at 7. I thought I was gonna have to take it off the rest of the year off due to the internet connection, but everything was flowing great today. So why did I stop right when I said that? So it looks like we'll be continuing with the live. So next Thursday, we will be here. He says I'll give more updates on the away team once I'm there. That's what's up, fam. Definitely let us know. But other than that, y'all, be sure to tune in. It's your boy SB. You feel me? Y'all have a blessed week out there. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Shout out once again to E Fisher, definitely supported with the super chat, and Annette supported with the super chat, and everybody else who dropped a comment and liked the video. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a blessed week. Had the game. See you. Everybody who tuned in tonight, thank you much for tuning in. It's your boy SB. Let's go. I gotta start chopping these up. We hit some good points tonight. Oh, I didn't hit the end button. Did I hit the end button? No, we still here. All right, here we go. All right, y'all. We out.